enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Yada.
Do-do-do-do-do.
La dee.
Da dee.
Dee
Wah,
do.
wah.
All right.
Opie and Anthony, Jim Norton. And it sounds a little weird in my headphones today.
Do it.
Oh, yeah, it does.
I don't notice. Let me see. Nope.
Sounds a little sharp.
Really? Little high-endy?
Little deal.
Hey.
Could be my ears.
Your ears. Good morning.
Good morning.
How is everyone this fine morning?
This fine Thursday morning,
Thursday.
July 23rd, 2009.
Yeah.
Bobo shaved his genitals, and he's coming in studio to show us.
Well, finally a follow-up to a story.
Thank God we got all the big news happenings.
Yes. Yeah.
Tissues.
Yeah, apparently, if you remember, he was very embarrassed by his genital hair.
Oh, well,
and
very,
well, he should have been.
Very hairy gentleman.
Yeah. And his beloved doesn't like a lot of hair.
Are they going out?
Is
that a clever ruse still going
I
on?
don't even ever think that would happen.
She's got to let him off the hook.
I love you. Says I love you to her on the phone. God.
Does he really?
Poor bastard, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I hear the voicemails. They're fantastic.
They're wonderful.
And, so I guess he took everyone's advice and shaved. Last I heard, he didn't want to shave because he didn't want his razor smelling like his dick.
When you just throw the razor away.
Well, wash your dick before you shave.
Well, thank you. That's like what?
But how long are you using your razor?
Well, I think he meant like an electric clipper.
Oh, I see.
You know, one of those.
It's got to look like a disaster.
Because you can't. Oh,
I can't wait.
It's gonna look like a mangy dog.
I can't wait to see a man's area.
Just big mats of hair missing.
Like an old man trying to shave. Yeah. It's going to look horrendous down there.
He told me that he was working on it in sections.
In sections?
I asked him if he had shaved it, and he's like, I'm working on it. And he was doing it in quadrants.
Really?
I'm in Sector 24B.
Well, as soon as he comes in, bring him in here and have him pull his pants down.
He's right under my ball bag.
He's also going to be bringing in the remaining byproduct.
I heard.
What?
It's going to be in a little baggie.
Oh, God.
Actually,
why?
it's going to be in a giant baggie.
Oh, you know that's going to be used for something horrible on this program.
It's going to be in a huge garbage bag.
You just know. Oh, no.
Well, that's funny you should say that.
What? Got an idea, do you?
No, it's not even my idea, but we're not allowed to do it because it involves an intern. We're not allowed to do stuff with interns anymore. It's just another thing.
Can't fuck them in the ass anymore? Damn it.
How do you think they become interns?
I know.
Just another thing radio is taking away from us. It's...
What do you mean we can't do anything with them?
This certain thing we want to do with Bobo's little baggie of hair, we can't do to the intern.
Wow.
And trust me, it's fine. It's safe
I would
and all
assume.
that. I don't understand. I don't really think management ever worked in radio. Like interns have been used for crazy stuff since the beginning of radio, basically.
Yeah.
And in very recent times, they've taken that out of the mix. You really can't do anything with the interns, which basically means there's no reason to have them.
Yeah, what do they do?
We could have waitresses.
Get your.
We
should just have waitresses.
We'll hire waitresses to get food and coffee, and then that's it. Because
one of the great waitresses or flow like waitresses.
Go to flow. Beehive hairdo.
Yeah. What'll you have, honey?
Yeah.
Chewing the gum with a pencil in her big hair.
But I mean, one of the great things of having interns was you can mess with them and do crazy shit. I would love to know who decided that that's no longer okay and why. Ugh. It's not a liability. Stop with that bullshit.
Yeah, enough.
Enough with the liability. Enough with being extra safe and extra careful. Come on.
Well,
this is supposed to be satellite radio. It is satellite radio, right?
Everything's safe now. Take everything easy.
So we really have to figure out, another way to do it, I guess.
Yeah.
But it was more fun to have one of the interns do it. Because they're all eager to please and all that.
Yeah.
It just worked.
And they get to all degraded.
Yeah.
It's fun to watch. Did it have something to do with looking like it's the 70s?
Yeah, we're gonna make some facial hair.
Facial hair.
Yeah, we could say what we're gonna do.
What's wrong with that?
But that's you can't do that to the interns.
Eric's not an intern.
Yeah, that's true. You rock.
Not even an employee. Just an albatross.
But if you ask the interns, they would step up and do this in a second. They would hold no one liable. They would just go, look, yeah, I'll do this.
They look
Who
at it
cares?
as an opportunity.
Absolutely. And I think it should be up to the intern if they want to do it or not.
Yeah.
Not some corporate douche saying you can't do that to an intern. Let the intern decide because there's no safety risk.
No. Everything's up to someone else.
Huh?
Everything's up to someone else these days. Everything you do is up to someone else. You can't just come up with an idea and do it anymore.
Dude, nameless, faceless
God.
people, too.
Yeah, I know.
There's people like controlling the show I've never met in my
No
life.
accountability.
None. I don't know who these people are. It's strange.
Who are these people?
I mean, it's better we don't know them because we'll just be disgusted.
Yeah, we'd say who they are and then get in trouble.
Well, that leads to the other thing that we. Oh, I wish we could discuss, but we have to wait for somebody and then we can discuss it because we will discuss it.
One day soon.
No, today.
For 1 hour soon.
Today's. I hope Steve Blatter's coming in early because he wants to talk to us about something. So
Yeah.
I hope he's on his way in because, as you can tell, we're in a slight bad mood, and we'll be fine. And there'll be plenty of laughs and entertainment today. Trust me, because we're professionals. But I hope Steve's coming in pronto so we can discuss the situation.
You want...
And after you hear our side of it, then we discuss it on the air.
You want a mid-show meeting?
I'd love one. I have to fly today.
Not a mid-show meeting. This is during the break he comes in.
That's what I mean.
We explain exactly what's going on and exactly why it's okay, and then we go on the air and explain what's going on to the listeners. Mm-hmm. You know?
I'm game.
Absolutely. And I guess that's all we could say about that for now.
Yeah.
Well, in other news, Anthony, the Naked Cowboy.
Oh, boy.
This guy is terrific. God, I don't think I've ever hated anyone more in my life.
He's
than
funny,
this
though.
guy.
The guy is funny. I'll say that.
Is he, Jim?
Yeah.
Yeah, huh?
I don't understand.
Is he?
I don't understand why his dumb, stupid act has lasted all these years. Basically,
Rubes.
he's
That's why.
he's a quote cowboy
Yeah.
that wears underpants and boots, and he has a guitar, and he sings songs sort of.
Oh, God.
One of our own is doing the Naked Cowgirl, by the way, Sandy Kane.
Sandy Kane.
How's that working out for her?
She saw it and decided, why is he getting all this cash when I could just go out there?
I'd rather fuck him.
Where is she? Get her on the
Travis told me
phone.
that she's in Times Square every day doing this.
She is.
Every single day.
Travis, you see her?
He's in the back
Oh,
office.
okay.
Right
I got to know how she's doing down there in Times Square.
now. Yeah, we can give her a call if you want.
She is horrific looking, and she's dressing up as the Naked Cowgirl.
Which, by the way, I think the Naked Cowboy's wife does.
Yeah, I think she does.
I think she's the
a
Naked
version of the Naked
Cowgirl.
Cowgirl.
And does that.
Oh, by the way, also the phones aren't working. I mean,
Oh, nice. Okay, great. That's good. We didn't want that to work today, so everything's going exactly
and a mic
as
is
planned.
And a mic is popping. If
I
you
heard
didn't
the mic
hear that,
popping. That was pretty cool.
And the audio doesn't sound good in the headphones today.
Pop.
I don't know what changes within a mere 16, 18
Someone's
hours.
making popcorn. Someone's just making
Can you hear it
popcorn.
popping?
I heard like a.
I lost the phones. Whatever.
Oh, where'd you put them?
And now
Where'd
we
you have 'em
and Now we got
last?
jungle music going off.
Yeah, just vibrate.
How about vibrate? Everyone else is on vibrate.
Oh. I wasn't, but now I am.
Lost is selling all their stuff off.
Yeah,
What?
We'll get into that a little later.
Oh man, when?
After the season in 2010.
I want Locke's underwear.
So the naked cowboy.
Yes.
We got the Naked Cowgirl, Sandy Kane. Hopefully, we'll find out what that's all about. So he's down there in Times Square every day, and for some reason, the rubes, the tourists, eat it up every day.
Are they eating it really? Yeah, they love taking pictures with him, and he charges money.
If you were a chick, would you find him
Oh,
interesting in any way?
dreamy.
For real though, I try to think of it. If I'm some fat fucking housewife from Iowa and I come into town, would I be like all excited about the naked cowboy?
Dude, you got to think of it like you are a rube. You're from East Bumfuck. And you look and go, this New York City. Oh, my God, is it wacky. Look, there's a guy in his underwear playing a guitar right in the middle of the crossword puzzle of the world. Crossroads of the world.
Which is right next to the Sudoku
area.
Sudoku village.
Of the country.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they look at him like, oh, my God, that's wacky. Mm-hmm. We need to take pictures. And then apparently he goes, hey, $5. How much does he charge for a picture?
I don't even know. But he walks away with a lot of money. You've seen him go.
Money's in his boots.
The money's in his boots.
The money's in his boots.
For all you meth heads, and you need a few dollars, it's in his boots.
And there he is in the middle of the winter.
He's out there in the winter, right?
Oh, yeah. All year round when it's snowing.
And Ann's seen him get into his car.
Oh, yeah.
And he does very well. Could you fix
Parks
the
by
phone?
the Javits Center.
What?
He used to walk all that way?
Yeah. And, got a nice SUV. Him and his wife get in there. They open up the hatchback, get clothes on, pop in, and just drive away.
So he walks to the car in that dumb outfit?
Yeah.
With his guitar getting wet? What's he doing in the rain?
I guess he doesn't care about his guitar or a warped neck. I don't think it's about the sound. I don't think it's about the intonation of his guitar.
Can he sing?
I don't even think he knows how to play.
No, he just he strums it and sings songs like, what does he sing? Does he sing that he is the naked cowboy?
Yeah, he has some hacky, quick
like
little
that.
song that he plays. He doesn't really know how to play.
No.
Most of these street musicians don't really know how to play. What they know how to do is play for about 15 seconds as you're walking by and go, wow, that's
all they need.
Wow, that's not. I told a story in Boston.
Yeah.
We were hanging out in I forgot the name of the park up there, and we walked by this guy. He's a homeless dude. He's a mess. I'm like, wow, that sounds just like Eric Clapton. Holy shit.
Amazing.
So I actually turned around. He got me, and I gave him a couple bucks, whatever it was at the time. And then I decided I want to hear some more Eric Clapton. I have nothing better to do, and I love people watching. So we sat, right? He stopped playing the Eric Clapton song immediately, waited for more people to come walking by his area, and started up the Eric Clapton song exactly where he knows it for 15 seconds.
So he only knew.
How brilliant is that, though?
That much.
And most of the time, it works out where he's playing and someone drops money, and so he stops playing and go, oh, thank you. And then they walk off.
Restart.
He waits for them to be out of earshot,
yeah.
And then he starts in with the Layla, whatever the hell the song was,
Brilliant.
Again. So all you need to know is like 20, 30 seconds of a song. You can make a fortune as a musician.
As a city musician.
As a city musician.
Oh, there he is.
So this naked cowboy is...
Can we turn him up a little so we hear what he sounds like?
Yeah, hit it.
Yeah. He stinks.
What are we allowed to do to him legally? Are we allowed to throw mustard on him? Like, what are we allowed to do?
No.
I'm just asking.
Anything is assault.
Even if you just throw mustard
Yes.
on him? Okay, so we won't do that.
Absolutely.
What are we allowed to do? Are we allowed to get like one of those big high-power water guns?
No, we are not allowed to do that. That is also assault.
Are we allowed to caress his smooth chest and ask him how he became such a well-built gentleman?
Only if he likes it and is fine with you snapping pictures of rubbing his chest.
Could we use that well-defined juicy ass of his as a dartboard?
Wow. No, I believe that isn't good either.
I just don't like this naked cowboy. We had him on the show once, and me and Aunt... Jimmy, were you around for the naked cowboy?
I vaguely remember.
When he came in, right, at NEW, I think, yeah.
Yeah, well, and I remember we all were just so, get the fuck out. We don't know what to do with you.
He's a boring guy.
Well, it leads to what's going on today. He officially announced he's running for mayor.
Officially?
Yeah, it's official.
Oh, Jimmy, what, are you laughing?
Yeah,
it's funny, right?
Of course it is.
Guy's nuts.
Yeah.
Join our campaign.
He's officially running for mayor. And when did the goof ticket start, Ant? Do you know anything about that? Where all of a sudden there was a dog that ran for political office, or You know what I mean? It had to
yeah,
start.
yeah.
It had to start somewhere. Maybe we could get some history lesson from the listener. Someone out there has to know.
Maybe FDR, old rubber band legs. He won though.
But now you got to deal with these goof tickets or these goof candidates, and the media picks it up. You see the picture in the paper?
Oh, they run with it.
He held court in Times Square, and
Yeah.
and there was a lot of press down there. When this means nothing in the end,
No.
it means nothing.
Nothing. He's not going to get votes. No one's get. What is he? He's getting publicity for himself.
Yeah.
Which he's been able to do over the years somehow.
Well, he's
the
smart.
news just loves talking about him.
Well, if you're in the hanging out at the crossroads of the world,
Yeah.
you're going to get some publicity.
With your undies on.
Anyone else?
Two pairs of underwear, by the way, because one, his cock showed, and he was told by the police to put on another pair of underwear so your cock doesn't show as much.
So the police ruined it for everyone?
Yes, his juicy cock. You can't see it anymore.
And now we got this.
That's a nice sound. I like that.
What was that?
It sounded like somebody sucking on a lemon.
Yeah. Did you guys hear that, or am I having a stroke?
No, we heard it. I'm minutes away from calling it. I'm minutes away from calling it.
Look at the clock and just call it.
I'm
We're
telling
calling
you.
the show.
Bladder, I hope you understand, but if this shit isn't fixed within 15... the phones went down again. I am minutes away from calling it.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Link to server is down. We got noises.
Yeah, that link to server. You go down.
We got crybabies in this place. We got things to discuss. So, Bladder, please get to work soon.
We got the Atlanta Punchline tonight, tomorrow, and Saturday, just in case. I gotta fly.
Anyway, so he held court, did a press conference announcing his candidacy for the mayor of New York City.
Now, what do you have to do in order to announce your candidacy? Do you have to, get a petition filled out? Do you have to? What do you have to do?
Why you want to run for mayor?
You might as well just go. Oh my God, Danny! You might as well just say, "I'm running for mayor."
Yeah, I know.
Mayor.
We could get
Yes.
Bobo.
I'm ready for mayor.
Well, here's a little taste from the press conference yesterday with the Naked Cowboy.
Gonna create jobs, prevent crime. The city's gonna run on a dime.
Shut it.
Oh, my God.
And I mean both of you. Jimmy, stop laughing
That
and
makes
just
me
shut
laugh.
it.
I hate this guy.
Funny.
He doesn't even know how to play the guitar.
No, it's just this chunk.
He's nuts. This
I
guy.
suck at the guitar. I guarantee I can play better than him.
Yeah.
I can play a riff better than this fucking loser.
He does that chunk thing and just now he's going to prevent crime. What's he doing? He's
Gonna create jobs, prevent crime. The city's gonna run on a dime. Naked cowboy for mayor. NYC.
The Naked Cowboy, a well-known Times Square street performer, unveiled his campaign for mayor of New York City on Wednesday.
I'm not here to be a dictator. I'm here to be a representative of the people.
The cowboy's real name is Robert Burke. He's 38 years old, and he says he's running as a write-in independent candidate.
Folks, we need to tighten our belt. And of course, that's just an expression because I don't even wear it.
oh my God.
He doesn't.
He
doesn't.
That's funny. All right. I'll give him that. That's hysterical.
Okay, terrific.
That's funny. I'm funny.
Oh my God.
I was only joking.
Holy Jesus.
This guy's great.
And he's not a dictator.
No, you got me. I was like, well, careful there, Naked Cowboy.
Yeah.
That'll hurt the campaign.
Jesus.
Holy
Why does the media humor
God.
us with this fucking guy? And then, and why does the staff find the worst, the most boring reporter ever? Every news
This
station
is-
was doing a story on this yesterday.
Because
Naked Cowboy.
the other news stations are all about themselves and didn't let the Naked Cowboy's whole song
Oh, really?
on their
Oh,
clips.
well.
So I got the Naked Cowboy heavy clips. But what you didn't hear in these clips was what his campaign...
What his penis was doing?
No, not his penis. His campaign slogan.
Oh, the slogan.
What is that?
Never before has a man done so much with so little.
It's cool. I like that.
Because
It's
it's
funny.
just underpants and a hat, you know?
Oh, I thought his dick size.
Yeah.
No,
Here's his energy policy. I declare all Fridays will be Naked Fridays.
What is he, a
You're
shock
not
jock?
really reading that, are you?
It's in the post. Yeah, I would.
No, it's
I would
not.
never lie to you about this guy. I think
You
he's
sure?
hilarious.
You sure it's not Scorch running for mayor? Kingdom of Nakedness.
Wait, here's another one.
Fridays.
Raising revenue.
Yeah, raising revenue.
You have no idea how much tourists will pay to bungee jump off the Empire State Building.
I'd like to see that. I don't think it'll go through, though.
For Homeland Security. And I agree
Good.
with this a lot.
This is good. This is good.
Everyone knows I've got a master's degree in being a total badass. He does.
Oh, it feels good to laugh.
Exactly. Oh my God!
You got another one there, Jimmy?
No, unfortunately, they only gave us 3.
Well, I got more of his plan over here.
That's funny.
I hope it's not the stuff you just said.
Naked Cowboy unveiled a fiscally conservative platform with liberal social policies like performing gay marriages in Times Square, and also unveiled his own version of the bat signal. Cowboy says he isn't afraid of the multi-million-dollar war chest of incumbent candidate Michael Bloomberg or the Democratic Party backing of candidate William Thompson.
I'm already the mayor of New York as far as the world sees it, so I'm just trying to formalize that. And he has had 2 terms, so Galloway.
Real voters were unimpressed.
He's definitely not getting my vote.
Really?
Really? On the street, broad?
It's definitely not.
Yes.
Well.
I would let him hold me down and fuck my face, but I'm not voting for that boob.
I'm starting to think, even though he was like 93, I think Walter Cronkite committed suicide.
Yeah.
Could we get that story out there? Because
Yeah.
I think he's finally had it with what his profession has become. Because the
Enough.
reporter is playing it like it's a real story.
Yeah.
And getting real on-the-street reaction
His
to
fiscally
a fucking dope
conservative.
running for the mayorship of New York City.
It's a joke.
A dope in underwear. Why can't you go on the? I need to go into the media for real. Fuck this shock jock crap. I want to be the reporter that is the only one that goes out there and goes, this dope in his underpants.
Yeah, set up the live shot right there with him.
Right.
And he'd be next to you like, all right, here it comes. It's going to be great. Another fluff piece on me.
Yeah.
And then the camera goes live, and you just go, here is an idiot.
Right.
I'm going to show you an idiot.
Right. Is he out there today?
He will be.
Oh, he's
All
out
right,
there
I'm
every
doing-
day.
I'm fucking doing some flipping today.
Nice.
Some HD flip. Hi, Greg Hughes in Times Square.
I'm
This
here.
dope behind me in his underpants thinks he could be the mayor of New York. Let's throw stuff at him.
Jesus.
Does his wife stand right there with him?
I think she wanders around Times Square.
I've never seen her.
Yeah.
Does she set up
you know,
shop somewhere else?
She's whatever. Do you got a picture of her?
Maybe she's in the alleys fucking.
Is that her?
You know.
No, I don't think so. She is cute, though.
Who is that?
Yeah, she's
though?
good looking.
Yeah, she's cute.
Wow.
I remember seeing her
Yeah,
a
good
few
for her.
Let me see that pasty chick.
Who's
Not, pasty, like she's wearing pasties.
Yeah.
And she's got like, yeah, her boot, it looks like she's nude without nipples.
How do they do that in 10-degree weather?
Oh yeah, that's her. I've seen.
That's
pictures.
her?
Yeah, that's his wife.
She ain't bad.
Because she's a girl.
Yeah,
Let
exactly.
me see. Is that?
If that was on a guy, you'd be like, wow, that's really fucking disturbing.
Has she ever been grabbed? Someone had to have grabbed her tits at one point. Some drunk had to have. Like, does her husband have to fight guys all the time for grabbing his wife's tits?
He's too busy whoring himself out. You kidding
Wow.
me? It's going to take time away from the
Yeah.
attention he gets.
From
He's
Rubes.
an attention-seeking jerk.
I know it's visual, but in this picture, who she's with is what I picture in my head every time Andrew from Brooklyn calls in.
Oh yeah,
That's the guy.
Oh, yeah,
that's who's on the other end.
absolutely.
Some young
All right,
Asian
stabbing her.
gentleman.
Let's get to the end of the naked cowboy thing here.
Galloway.
Real voters were unimpressed.
He's definitely not getting my vote.
New York ain't got time for that. I mean, you have his little fun up on the avenue, but New York is in serious business, and Bloomberg did a hell of a job.
Right.
Well, yeah. Guess what? I don't think Bloomberg has to worry about the naked cowboy. Could
No.
one media outlet say that?
I think everything will be okay.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to get elected. We're not going to wake up and go, "Oh my God, what? Naked Cowboy's the mayor? Oh no, now what?" Oh, that's her page, the Naked Cowgirl.
So there you have it.
Websites and everything. Look at these two.
I'm obsessed with this story. Can we get
Jesus.
more audio of the?
Yeah, I wanted more audio. I want to hear more of his platform.
Yeah, I want to hear as much as we can.
Wow, does she go around like that with her ass hanging out?
I hope so.
You know, the Naked
Dude.
Cowgirl is a lot more entertaining.
Yeah, but she's an average-looking girl.
Yeah, but she's like
She
almost
really is.
nude. I don't know. She's all right. I mean,
I know it's funny. You put
because her clothes are off.
You put pasties on a girl that's well endowed,
Yeah.
and she'll be arrested. But because that girl has smaller boobs, they allow it to happen.
That's what it is?
That's a fact.
If she had monster tits.
I don't care what the law is and all that. They'll figure a way to get the well-endowed girl with the pasties off the street.
Right.
Okay? But if you got smaller ones and you got the pasties on, they're going to let you do your thing.
Now, what does Sandy Kane do?
Ugh, I don't know.
Her tits are disgusting.
Well, we should call her because, you know.
Does she have a phone?
Well, she left us a voicemail.
Hey, here's a payphone.
See, no, I finally need to play that. I knew this would happen. I knew this. Danny put the Sandy Kane voicemail in front of me for literally 2 months.
Oh, we
finally have a reason to play it, and I can't find it.
A voicemail from her?
Yeah.
No, I think it's her.
Huh?
I think what it is her outgoing voicemail. Like if you
Oh, okay.
when you call her, it's like an answering machine, and this is like what her outgoing machine.
Yeah, we'll find it. All right.
Didn't we do a cribs with her and go to her
we
shithole?
Yeah, we did.
What was wrong with it?
It wasn't that bad.
I'm trying to remember.
Didn't she have roaches?
Yeah, I think there were roaches everywhere. But
they were her friends.
Yeah,
she named them.
something to talk to.
If you name the roaches, you know.
And they would do it at cribs, and they said we have a monster. It was her.
We'll find it. Okay. So, a quickie from Regis. Remember D. Schneider, I guess his name is?
D. Snyder.
Schneider? D. Snyder?
It's Snyder.
Snyder,
yeah.
right? From Twisted Sister?
Yep.
Yeah.
So, he's doing Regis.
Oh, no. Why?
Wasn't he a badass rocker dude?
Yeah, what?
Badass rocker dude shouldn't be on Regis.
Oh, this is going to be a douche chill.
What do you think about that?
Yeah. He shouldn't.
Are you New York guys, or where you from?
New York. Are you New York guys? Regis?
This is,
how long have you been broadcasting?
Now, this is not just D. This is Twisted, or what?
Just focus on D. Snyder.
Oh, okay.
Are you New York guys, or where you from?
New York.
Yeah.
New York, Long Island, Bronx, Long Island.
Oh,
Staten
yeah. This is Dean Smith, the leader of the
collecting
JJ French. Where's JJ? Right there. Sure. JJ, good to see you again. And Eddie Fingers. Ojeda, yes. And Mark the Animal Mendoza, of course. What else would he be?
Anyone pick up on it?
No.
Yeah, I didn't see any reaction.
You
You didn't pick up on it?
Can we hear it again?
Yeah, let me hear it again.
Listen closely.
I'll listen closely.
All right.
Here we go.
Are you New York guys, or where you from?
New York.
Yeah. New York, Long Island, Bronx, Long Island.
Staten Island. Yeah.
Staten Island.
This is Dean Smith, the
gosh,
leader
I'm
of
just
the
collecting
JJ French. Where's JJ? Right there. Sure. JJ, good to see you again.
Did you call him D.
Okay.
Smith?
Yes.
Yeah. D. Smith.
D. Smith?
D. Smith. Did he say D. Smith?
Yes, he did.
Or he didn't know how to
No,
pronounce?
it's just D. Smith.
Oh, my God.
That sounds like
JJ French.
This is kind of like the Motley Crue.
Yeah. To hear
these old codgers trying to like talk to rockers.
And to hear like Regis talking about Twisted.
Yeah.
When years ago, you know, on MTV, you're watching the videos, and now it's like JJ French, D. Smith.
D. Smith. D. Smith.
What audience are they going for? It's Twisted Sister.
On Regis.
They get old women watching Regis.
Yeah. I don't know.
Like, what are they going? Not
That
even
doesn't
old
even
women like that are going to wear spandex and go to a Twisted show.
Right. That's a weird booking right there.
Wow.
So that's just a quickie from Regis. Good old Regis.
D. Smith.
Sandy Kane's voicemail message.
Want to hear it?
Hi, my name is Sandy Kane. I always wanted fortune and fame. So I came to Times Square and became the naked cowgirl and ooh. I want to thank the New York Times, cause ooh, they printed me there in color on the cover and ooh. I want to thank the naked cowboy too. for being my mentor, and I want to thank you for calling me and I'm the naked cowgirl. Hey, standing on 46th Street and Broadway. Everyone come see me and take a photo with me.
Oh, my
Please
God.
sign off. Keep it up. Leave a message with your name, your number. Bye.
I like it.
Do you?
I do. I like it more than his stuff. She has this weird way of just giving out information. Oh, she's still going?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Why is she still going? She went over the dial tone. She's terrible.
Oh, is she a mess? I can't go to the phones, unfortunately. See, this
Who
is where we
could
usually work
it
the
be?
phones. Yeah.
Where could I be?
Yeah.
Believe it or not, I'm not home. It's Costanza.
Why don't we take our first break so maybe Mars can fix the phones here? We really need the phones for this type of radio we do. We love our listeners. They do have to work for us, which is great.
To see the big error message up there on the phone thing is quite disheartening, yes.
Why?
Why?
Why? It's going to be the same rant you guys have heard a million times, so just remember the last time we bitched.
How could
But
she
play
call
that in
herself
your
a
head.
naked cowgirl, by the way?
Why not?
Because there's a naked cowgirl.
Yeah,
That, like,
you can't own that. You can't own naked cowgirl.
You might be able to copyright it.
Yeah, really?
Like, you can't go. I don't think you'd be able to go and. Like, didn't the naked cowboy sue?
He did sue someone, I think.
For using
he sued
his
M&M's.
Yeah, M&M's.
For using his likeness.
Yeah, because they had like an M&M dressed like the naked cowboy.
Mm-hmm.
An M&M dressed like the naked cowboy. Ugh.
Did they stop doing it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the cease and desist went out and they pulled their ad campaign
Believe that.
he was featured in.
A fucking street performer has a lawyer.
Well, in a way,
Isn't
it's
that great?
annoying, but in a way, it's like, okay, so then they yanked it. So that's like one bit less famous you are. Like, I don't know what to do in that situation, because if he doesn't sue, it's like you're just becoming iconic by that happening, so people are just going to pay you more.
Yeah. Yeah.
Although I understand, it's
But
weird.
I guess he doesn't want a whole Times Square full of naked cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Okay.
Imagine that. You just walk
Yes,
up.
I do.
You walk up next to him.
Yeah.
And just start playing your guitar. And just right in front of him, putting your arm around girls, taking pictures, and getting money. How pissed would he be?
These aren't real street musicians. They're pros.
No, this guy's just
it used to be you're a street musician.
yeah.
You set up somewhere and hopefully make a few bucks. And now it's another thing that the city has completely controlled. Now you got to get all sorts of permits, which are really expensive. So that takes most of the street musicians out of the game because that was the whole reason they hit the street, because they were poor and down on their luck. They had no money.
They were called bums.
So the brilliance of the city, they're like, well, if you're going to be a street musician, you need to have a permit, and the permit will cost you blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So they've taken that element out of it. And
Yeah.
now you got well-polished professionals acting like street musicians, setting up here and there.
You're a bum.
What do you got there,
It's
Jimmy?
called being a bum, Jules.
Oh, no, just a guy who cut himself with a saw by mistake. I'm just like, ready.
ow.
God, oh my God.
Ow.
Can we play the Sandy Kane appearance from our show?
That one.
Well, she when she decided to become the naked cowgirl, she came in to promote herself on our show.
Why wouldn't she?
To get the whole thing going. And we had a lot of fun with her. Remember this, Ant?
Oh, I do, yes.
All right, we're going to go to break a little early today, so hopefully we can fix the phones and talk to you guys. Opie and Anthony.
Believe it or not, George isn't at home. Please leave a message at the beep. I must be out or I'd pick up the phone. Where could I be? Believe it or not, I'm not home.
It's the Opie and Anthony show. We might have phones an hour into our radio show. That's all right, right?
Ooh.
No big deal.
Well, we had phones during that live read.
Yeah, we did. But nothing but pure professionalism with the Opie and Anthony show.
Yeah. I've just been gazing now at the naked cowgirl's boobies. I don't know. There's something supple about them.
They're nice because they're boobies.
No, not all boobies.
Even a
They're-
bad set
they
is
seem
nice
touchable
for the
They
most
seem
part.
cushy and comfy.
If you have youth on your side, you don't have bad boobies.
Yeah.
Show me a pair of bad boobies
Well.
with youth on your side. Prove me wrong today.
All right.
Danny, can you do that?
I missed like the
And then it can't have some kind of surgery thing happening.
We're looking for
Show
bad
me
boobies.
Show me a bad set of boobies.
Oh, geez, the preferences must. Oh yeah, safe search is moderate. Get off.
But youth has to be on the woman's side. That's the criteria. Okay, because you could show me an older woman with the bad boobs, and I'll go, yeah, of course. Youth on their side, a set of bad boobies. I think that's a very hard thing to find. I really do. And Sonny Forelli, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, so why don't you fucking call the show? If you're going to instant feedback 20 times in a row, why don't you just call the radio show?
All right.
We don't have time for your nonsense today.
How about those?
That's real?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. What did you put in the search?
Horrendous?
Ugly boobs.
Really?
I put ugly young tits.
And you
I
found
got,
some good-
I
bad-
got this attempted bodybuilding woman.
Let me see.
With horrid little.
All right, I am so wrong. Wow, I am so wrong.
Did you say ugly young tits?
Yes.
No, what?
Ugly young tits.
No, Danny, yours is worse.
Yeah, I just want.
Yeah.
Yeah, just put that in the
Yeah,
search if you want to play along at home.
Oh, that's horrible.
Eventually, we'll have some kind of visual element to our show. We've been asking for that for a while. I think it's a brilliant concept that we could really have fun with. Wow, another bad set.
Oh God.
I don't even know how to describe those.
They look like calf feet.
Looks like a horseshoe.
Yeah, that's awful
flesh
stretched
horseshoe.
out.
It's like a skin toilet seat.
Could you go back to the first
horrible.
one? I'm trying to figure out
Yeah,
what
it
the
does.
problem is with the first
Old
set.
toilet titties.
How do you explain the first set? It's maybe small B cups and just place 2 golf balls for real.
Yeah, the
golf
nipples
balls
are
on top.
like nose cones to
Is that real, Danny?
a rocket.
I've seen this before. I mean,
Yeah.
not in person or anything, but this is just one of those extreme cases of like puffy nips. But this is very extreme.
Is that
Yeah.
what he changed his name to now? Puffy.
I guess to shoot up another nightclub first.
All right, I'm wrong. Oh well.
I'd still suck those big puffy nips, even though they're weird looking.
Get the fuck out
Oh
of here.
God.
Looks like your tits have on dunce hats.
I would be creeped out.
Horrible.
Yeah. You'd feel like you're sucking on tumors or something.
Ugh, yeah, kind of.
Obama's press conference. You know,
Ugh.
I was this close to watching.
Were
And
ya?
it was on every channel.
I was busy.
I don't get what that's all about. Why can't they just take turns so we can watch other stuff?
Yeah.
Because guess what? Some of us are not interested in the bullshit that he's going to spew about what this country needs.
About reaching into our pockets.
Right. How about you just fix the waste that's going on in government?
Yeah.
And then get back to me, and then I'll start listening to you.
Yeah, find out how much money's left after all the waste is cut, and then
Right.
Yeah.
Enough with taking more money out of our pockets.
Yeah.
Fix your own problems, and then go after us again. But we got a couple of highlights from the Obama Healthcare News Conference.
Fantastic.
This is going down in one form or another. This healthcare thing is going down.
I think they say they got the votes.
They do have the votes?
They say they do. I don't know. I think they have to change some things in it, though. Danny's just finding now horrific tits. And there's a girl
of course
blowing 2 guys.
Of course she's got to blow 2 guys.
Yeah.
Look at the boobs. Of course she has to do that. All right, here we go. A couple highlights from the Obama Healthcare News Conference.
I do think it's important to get this right. And
what does that mean, by the way, get this right?
To get this right instead of getting it wrong.
But what does that mean?
Yeah, get it right. I guess he means having good health care. I don't know.
And why do we have to rush this through?
Yeah.
I mean, he's got 4 years. Why don't we slow down a little bit?
Slow down.
I mean, he's trying to change everything immediately.
Yeah.
Let's slow down a little bit.
Oh, God.
Why are they on a plate?
Because they can be.
But
those are flappy.
But she's too young to have flappy, flat boobs.
It looks like they've been put into that hydraulic press that crushed the Terminator.
If, at the end of the day, I do not yet see that we have it right, then I'm not going to sign a bill that, for example, adds to our deficit.
Oh,
I
Bill.
won't sign a bill that doesn't reduce health care inflation so that families as well as government are saving money. I'm not going to sign a bill that I don't think will work. And my measure of whether things work or not are listening to the American people, but also listening to health care experts who have shown that in some communities, health care is cheaper and delivers a better result.
Really?
Did he say anything there?
No, it's
blah,
nonsense.
Blah,
No,
blah,
did he
blah,
really
blah,
say anything
Blah,
there?
blah, blah, blah. He said he's not going to sign it. But I heard all that a lot. He's not going to sign it but he will sign it.
He's got to sign it.
He's not going to sign it if it doesn't work. But the thing is, he's saying it'll work.
Yeah.
So it doesn't mean anything.
Why is Kenny running to the microphone?
Because I'm happy. I just want to congratulate you guys that, yesterday you did a show dedicated on health care, and then obviously the president is following your lead and is discussing health care now.
Oh, was that why he did it?
Yes. So I'm very proud of you guys that once again you are innovators. Congratulations. Kudos.
It's like having crushed glass funneled into your urethra.
Can't you just take a compliment graciously?
I guess the problem we had with this whole thing was you couldn't. You basically ran over a bunch of people to get to that microphone.
He ran in here to
Right.
get to that mic.
I'm
for
happy
that.
for you
I
guys.
got to stop everything because I got it. I got a doozy.
Yeah, I'm happy for you guys.
We get it.
Yeah, got it.
Well, I just want to point out, like when you do a good deed.
Right.
Sometimes you just got to stand in the ditch. There's no digging out of it.
I'd rather scrape my teeth against a brick wall.
Ow.
Thank you, Kenny. That's great. Let's see if the phones work.
Wow.
We got John in Huntington. John, I need to know, how close are you to F.H. Riley's?
How close am I?
Yes.
Probably about 5 minutes away.
5 lousy minutes from all that goodness.
So why isn't he there?
Because we're not open for breakfast. We don't need to be open for breakfast.
That is a frequent spot for me and a bunch of my friends.
Oh, thank you, John. So what do you got for the show today?
You were talking about girls with ugly tits.
Yeah.
Even having youth on their side.
Yeah.
I had a girlfriend back in college where she had the ugliest. She had rocket tits. They were unproportionately sized. I was about 32B, and they were just ridiculous. I don't know how.
Is there
the phone's still broken?
I wish they were.
That was a test call.
Yes, and we fail as a show.
Wow. That was just an awful call.
Sean in Illinois. Sean.
What's going on, guys?
Hey, what's up?
Help us out.
Hey, I was listening yesterday, and I heard the doctor on there kind of stumped you guys a bit when he was talking about Medicare operating at a 3% overhead. But the thing that I didn't really hear anybody bring up, but I thought could have got him a bit, was that's because it's the entire country paying in out of our taxes just for the benefits of a small percentage, which is the elderly. And, whenever you're going to add every single person in the entire country on that, I just can't see how we could operate, with an overhead.
So now you wait a minute. You think we didn't address that? I remember addressing that 3 or 4 times. I said, yes, it works with...
Another thing, though.
Whatever.
Another thing, so I worked with a guy from England, and he said that with their with their health care, he said if you get the flu or something, forget about getting in. You have a waiting period. If you call just to get a checkup or something, you're going to be waiting at least 6 to 8 weeks to get in.
Yeah, that's
Plus,
that's the other side of it that no one wants to really talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and plus in Canada, their cancer death rate is 16% higher than here in the United States. That's a fact that
Once again, the other side of the issue that no one really wants to discuss. You're absolutely right there.
He said they had a
Sean.
minute, their breast cancer reduction rate, their cure rate was a little higher than us. I'm not saying that's right. That's just what he said.
Hey, what? And the good doctor yesterday. I got to go to Ann on this because I don't know this stuff that well, but I hear that 94% of the country has health care. Is that true?
Wow. I
It
would
can't be,
think.
right? Is that one of the numbers that he spewed out yesterday? And then he said under Obama's plan, then we would move that number up to about 97%. We're only talking about we're only talking about a small percentage of people getting health care that don't have health care now under this system. I don't know how true that is.
It's not true because there's no way the country.
You don't think?
I know, no way. I know every comedian I know doesn't have it. You can't just
go. Yeah, but you're comedians.
But major health care, you're covered for like an emergency.
See, you guys laugh at cancer. You don't need health care.
That's true. Laughter's the best medicine.
That's right. They say it all the time, Jimmy. Cures a lot of things.
But no, most comics I know don't have health care.
All right, so here's a question today. We like asking questions every day. What percentage of America has health care?
Yeah.
That's it. Very easy question. And how high will that percentage go under Obama's plan here?
100%.
What do you think the percentage is, Jimmy?
I would say.
Let's guess.
I would guess that
65.
Probably, yeah, somewhere around there.
I think it's got to be a lot higher than 65 for real.
Already have it?
Yeah.
No,
70 maybe.
Think about it. Think about it.
Think about it. All right, we'll try to answer that question today. More Obama healthcare news conference audio.
I understand how easy it is for this town to become consumed in the game of politics, to turn every issue.
Yeah, really? Do you? Do you understand that?
I can't listen to politicians anymore.
You like when they refer to Washington as this town?
This
Yeah,
town?
I can't listen to them talk anymore.
This village?
They're not human beings.
No.
Even Obama, who came aboard as this great speaker, blah, 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 blah.
Going to bail everybody
He's a decent speaker. He's not great.
Decent, right. Well,
I understand how easy it is for this town to become consumed in the game of politics, to turn every issue into a running tally of who's up and who's down. I've heard that one Republican strategist told his party that even though they may want to compromise, it's better politics to go for the kill. Another Republican senator that defeating health care reform is about breaking me. So let me be clear. This isn't about me. I have great health insurance, and so does every member of Congress. This debate is about the letters I read when I sit in the Oval Office every day.
Oh, shut
up. The stories
you don't read letters in the Oval Office.
He's sitting there.
First of all, no one fucking sends letters anymore.
He's sitting there just reading letters.
Really?
Yeah, of course he is. That's what he does.
You don't believe that?
No. Not for a second. He's just sitting there. Let me open up a letter. It's my little letter opener. Then he just kind of... Dear Obama.
I love how these guys try to portray themselves as the average Joe, the average guy.
Yeah.
Just sitting
That's what it
around
is.
opening letters.
That's what he
From
wanted.
the people of America. No. He's got people that work for him, layers and layers of people. He's doing the healthcare thing. All right, I need to personalize this thing. Find me a fucking letter from someone that is down on their luck.
Yeah.
So I could use this as an example to represent the entire issue.
15.3% of the United States residents did not have health insurance in 2007.
I would swear the guy said 94 yesterday.
It was 19% in 2005.
Okay.
It was 20.2% in 2006. 15.3% in 2007.
So that's 80...
85%. 80 to 85%.
Yeah, call it
too.
85.
Okay.
Let's round it up. All right, so it's 85%. That's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Let's just leave it alone.
It really isn't that bad. You're right.
85% of anything, you would take that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Sure.
I do like that Obama said, I have great health coverage, and so does every member of Congress, because they never seem to look at the fact that they're getting what they need.
Yeah, but he's using that as like...
Maybe, but it is true.
I think it's pretty much... And the Republicans in Congress have health insurance.
And you break down that 15% that don't have it, you're going to find that weird area when you're like you're almost an adult and you're off your parents' health insurance. We all went through that.
Yeah.
We all went through that 10-year period of holy shit.
It's like,
please
I hope
don't get
nothing
sick.
happens. Right.
Right.
Yeah.
I would love to know what percentage of that is in there.
Yeah.
And then where's the rest of them? The poor, I guess, right?
Yeah, the downtrodden.
But they're poor.
Yeah. Screw 'em.
I was poor. I figured it out.
Yeah.
You're poor. You figure it out.
Very poor.
Don't trip on a curb.
No.
Who hasn't used duct tape to close a wound or crazy glue or fucking do? I should get Brett on the phone. He hasn't had health insurance because he's in the restaurant business. That's really tough. Now he's got health insurance because he has to, because he's got workers and he owns a place. But, you know, he worked his balls off from 15 to 30-something without health insurance.
Yeah.
So it's amazing the amount of surgery he's done on himself. It's amazing. For real.
Self-surgery.
Self-surgery.
Like I told you, I did the same thing. I had an abscessed tooth. And I put a drill screw through it.
I heard you say that yesterday, and we kind of went by that because the show was moving too fast.
It was like on my gum.
What do you mean? So you put a screw in your gum?
So I just took a drill screw.
Right.
And they're very sharp, sheet metal screw.
Right.
And put it against it and just kind of give it a turn with my hand and lanced it. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, because it was all infected.
So you left the screw in there? Oh,
No,
you
no.
had. Oh, you had a.
Yeah,
I
I
see what
just
you're saying.
poked
Okay.
it and then
to get the pus and shit.
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
Okay, all right, I got you.
Because it was throbbing.
Did it help?
That's like the first one, Dan. Yeah.
Did it help?
Oh my God, the pain instantly went away.
Really?
It was throbbing, hurting, then it just went.
Yeah.
And then I was done. That was my health care. A drill screw.
We all become amateur surgeons when you don't have health care.
You have to. What do you,
You know,
do?
you dump a lot of alcohol on shit, right?
Yeah, a lot of peroxide.
Yeah.
I had I cut my hand open all the time, working with sheet metal, and used to just take like a piece of metal and duct tape it over the cut,
right?
So then I could work.
Yeah,
and it was like armor plated, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't hurt yourself with it.
Amazing. Here's more Obama reading letters in the Oval Office. I'm going to sit here and believe this.
Yeah, he's reading.
He's wandering the world. When does he have time to? You know,
Yeah.
I played golf yesterday with Rich Voss. My entire life fell apart. I'm like, oh my God, I got so much to do. And he's the president, but he has time to read letters.
He's just kicking back, reading letters.
Right.
Stop it.
I blew off so much shit for a lousy round of golf, but he has time to read letters from citizens.
Of Congress. This debate is about the letters I read when I sit in the Oval Office every day and the stories I hear at town hall meetings. This is about the woman in Colorado who paid $700 a month to her insurance company only to find out that they wouldn't pay a dime for her cancer treatment, who had to use up her retirement funds to save her own life.
So fix
this is
the
about
insurance
every
companies.
family, every business, and every taxpayer who continues to shoulder the burden of a problem that Washington has failed to solve for decades. This debate is not a game for these Americans, and they can't afford to wait any longer for reform. They're counting on us to get this done. They're looking to us for leadership, and we can't let them down. We will pass reform that lowers cost, promotes choice,
podium?
and provides coverage that every American can count on. And we will do it this year.
I like what he's saying, even though I don't like the raising taxes for everybody. But that is the way those fucking vulture insurance companies are, man.
Well,
They
is he
take
going
it-
after those people?
I hope so.
Is that part of this plan?
I would hope so.
Because even if you have health insurance, you're paying a lot of money.
Yeah.
That premium shit. I'm like, what do you mean? It's the copay or whatever. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that.
How did they get the copay through?
And then the premiums just go up every
Right.
few months. They go up. Yeah, we're gonna raise it.
When I was going through that prostate bullshit, every time I went into the office, it was a $50 copay.
Yeah.
And what are you talking about? I'm insured. What?
Yeah, where does
How
that
did they
come
get the
from?
copay past everybody?
It's not a copay. I'm paying this.
They go, oh, wow, these people are all insured. We got to figure out how to get more money out of them.
Yeah.
Copay. All right, let's go with the copay. And then you get a prescription filled. It's like, oh, that's $100. But I got a prescription plan. Yeah, if you didn't have that, it would be $200. No, it should be fucking free pills.
Don't you think that's just like tipping the doctor?
Yes,
like
of
because
course
it's
it
always
is.
cash.
Yeah, where's that
and
cash
where's
go?
it going? Like
Absolutely.
he's going home buying gas with it and stuff.
Oh, I guarantee.
That's where that copay goes. He
I
just puts it in his
guarantee.
pocket in a big wad at the end of the day.
And then they give you that receipt that doesn't look like a real receipt.
Yeah,
That-
there's your receipt.
That
What am I gonna
receipt
do with
that
this?
where do you get that receipt from?
What is that? It's the oldie time 1950s receipt.
I mean, you give that to your accountant, they're like, this isn't a real receipt. One more here from Obama's healthcare news conference.
What we did very early on was say 2/3 of the costs of healthcare reform, which includes providing coverage for people who don't have it, making it more affordable for folks who do, and making sure that we're, over the long term, creating the kinds of systems where prevention and wellness and information technologies make the system more efficient, that the entire cost of that has to be paid for and it's got to be deficit neutral. And we identified 2/3 of those costs to be paid for by tax dollars that are already being spent right now. So taxpayers are already putting this money into the kitty. The problem is they're not getting a good deal for the money they're spending. That takes care of about 2/3 of the costs. The remaining 1/3 is what the argument has been about of late. What I've said is that there may be a number of different ways to raise money. I put forward what I thought was the best proposal, which was to limit the deductions, the itemized deductions, for the wealthiest Americans.
Raising taxes.
People like myself could take the same percentage deduction that middle-class families do, and that would raise sufficient funds for that final 1/3.
Limit the. Look how he just said raise taxes.
Raise
Look
taxes.
how that motherfucker just said raise taxes without saying raise taxes. That's raising taxes.
Sure is.
New boss, same as the old boss.
Yeah, of course.
There he is.
It's just a different color.
There's the savior.
Unbelievable.
What do you do? What do you do?
There's
You
nothing
just
you
sit
can do.
there and just spread them.
Yeah.
Just spread your cheeks.
That's why you got to take up a hobby like golf or something. It's a nice
just forget
distraction.
about it. Exactly.
It's a very good distraction.
Exactly.
Let me say hi to Sean in Georgia. Sean, are you going to go see little Jimmy Norton? He's going to be down in your area, sort of. Atlanta area.
That's Georgia.
No, I know.
Well,
It's part of
people
Georgia,
have
but
to
Georgia's a big
Florida,
state is what I'm
yeah.
saying. He might be really far from Atlanta.
Where are you going to be? How far are you from Atlanta, sir?
I'm 3.5 hours.
Oh, that's close.
That's close enough. Go see Jimmy this weekend.
I have a late show tonight, 10 o'clock, so leave at 6:30. You walk right in as the show started. You walk in on the theme music. And then your show's over by 12. You can be home by 3:30 in the morning, get up for work. It's perfect. Good 7 hours of driving. You have a few drinks.
Drive home.
I'll be there.
And I do my 8-hour stand-up comedy routine.
Hopefully it's one long highway with a lot of lanes.
Yeah, a lot of lanes, all easy pass.
As you drive home drunk.
I do the same jokes in 5 different languages. It's a really extended, fun show. And I juggle balloons filled with piss.
Listen, I'll say this much. We hear from a lot of listeners in the Atlanta area. If you don't go to Jimmy's show and show some love, this is your chance finally.
That's right.
Because a lot of people go, when are you guys coming down here? Do a show live from Atlanta. Let's see how you treat Jimmy, and then we'll go from there.
We'll send out our reconnaissance man, Jimmy Norton.
We get someone from Atlanta. I can't tell you how many fans are down this area. It's unbelievable. I see the WOW stickers. You guys are pretty big down here. All right, we'll see.
It's not just Georgia. I live in. It's not just Atlanta. It's all of Georgia. I drive all over the place and down here in Southwest Georgia.
Well, that's why I propose buses for the show. I've been saying that for years. That I want buses bringing up Georgians to the show.
Georgians.
And North Floridians.
We want SiriusXM to have an Opie and Anthony campaign where they just promote our show in North Georgia.
North Georgia. And to Floridians.
And South Florida. That's all we want. Which is just two out of the way places. All right, Sean, what do you got?
I got a horrible booby story for you.
Yeah.
I met this girl one night at the bar, and we ended up going back to her place, and we get there, and we're making out. She sits up, and she takes her shirt off, and she's got about one mid-C and a small B. And the small B, the nipple had to take up at least half of it.
Oh, my God.
Did you call them Laurel and Hardy?
I just said no, and I just had to leave.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Give that girl a complex.
Yeah.
Wow.
The worst boobs I ever encountered was the famous girl that was, she had full C's, bordering on D's, with absolutely no areola nipple area.
Really?
Basically.
Just
because it was the same color as the rest of her breast.
Oh, the fade, yeah.
It wasn't even a fade.
It was nothing?
Almost non-existent. and very, very tiny, like a very tiny area to begin with.
That's weird
And then
on big tits.
No kidding.
Put in big tits, small nipples, Danny. Let's see
Yes.
what happens.
Oh,
It's like
please
Hot
get
Lead
some
and Cold
pictures.
Feet. It's a Don Knotts movie.
All right. Sonny Forelli.
Hey, guys. Hey, listen.
Sonny, first of all, you've been with us a long time. One instant feedback. Enough. Really.
Okay.
And secondly, we're not avoiding this story in Boston. We don't even really know about it.
Yeah, we're talking about other stuff.
Why would we avoid anything?
Okay.
The record
I'm
shows
sorry.
that we don't really avoid stuff.
Let the
every
record
once
show.
maybe every once in a while, but especially news stories. So maybe it's not really on our radar. So maybe you bring it to our attention now.
That's right.
Well, see, I got kind of frustrated this morning because of the phones. I tried to call this in first thing at
Get a hold of
6 o'clock
yourself.
in the morning, and the fucking phones weren't
You're
working.
unraveling.
So, I mean, you know. So, anyways, listen. What's going on here in Boston is that this is well-known college professor, Professor Gates.
Okay.
And he was arrested for disorderly conduct, and now he's playing the race card.
Yeah. Now, is this the guy? Because I heard a little bit about this. Is this the guy that tried to break into his own home? Or,
Yeah.
or it was
Him-
perceived that he was breaking into a house, but I guess what? He didn't have his keys or something, and he was just trying to get into his own house?
That's right. That's right. He's trying to get his own house. His driver, who was also of color,
Big black guy, yeah.
Yep. Trying to break into his own house. And then these two old ladies, I guess, that were walking down the street, walking their dogs, caught these two people trying to break into a house. So they called the police. The police came. He shows the police his ID. He shows his college ID. And
he did show his ID.
He did. He showed his ID. But then you know, he said he was irate about it. He was definitely irate about it because there's witnesses out there that saw him being irate about the fact that, you know, he just got right on the defensive and, you know, started he started screaming like a lot of the people, like some of the other people would scream when they get pulled over and they get maced,
Right.
they get tased.
Well, I heard that I heard that when the cops showed up, he refused to show ID or identify himself. I heard he was belligerent, and then they arrested him.
Was he arrested?
Yes, he was.
Yeah, he was arrested
charged with disorderly conduct,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
it was dropped. But now Sonny is saying that no, he did show his ID.
But then started going like, hey, why you give me shit or something?
Well, what did they do after he showed his ID? If he said, I live here, I lock myself out, here's my ID.
Yeah, I want to know what happened.
Well, because he's a college professor and he talks. That's what he talks about. That's what he teaches. He started going off on these police officers, saying, you know, just because of the color of my skin, you decided to come here and you assume that I'm breaking into a house.
Well, that's pretty stupid.
It sounds to me like I heard he wants to do something on racial profiling, and it just sounds to me like a real convenient time to have a flare up and then all of a sudden do something about racial profiling.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe he saw an opportunity.
Well, the thing that kind of got heated up about is the fact that the police officer, who's actually a sergeant that arrested him, all right, he refuses to apologize for the whole situation.
He what?
He refuses to apologize for
All right,
the whole
hold on. The
situation.
cop is saying you have the story wrong.
Okay.
I'm going to put you on the line with Keith, the other cop. Keith.
Hey, what's going on, guys? I read the police report. I'm a cop in New York.
Okay.
What it was is that he showed just his Harvard ID, which is not proof of residence.
Okay.
And that's what the problem was. And from what the police report states, this guy was belligerent from the get-go. Why did you stop me? Is it because I'm a black man? Professor Gates is a Harvard professor in the African American Studies Department. I did a little research on this.
Oh, boy.
So,
all right.
Well, good for the cop then not apologizing because there was the guy. If you're breaking into a house and they want to see your ID, even if the cop's a dick, I'm not saying he was, but even if he is, that's a legitimate thing for a cop to want to see.
You should be happy.
and
You should
also,
be happy
just
that they were
remember
there.
one thing, this guy was responding to a call.
Right.
It wasn't something that he generated himself.
I heard the guy start saying, "Do you know who I am?" I guess
Yeah.
like he's a Harvard professor. Like, who gives a shit? Show your ID. If you were a
I mean,
math
if you look-
professor, should you not have to show your ID to prove that you live there?
Explain why you're breaking into this house.
I mean, if you look at the police report, it's pretty lengthy with all the stuff that this cop wrote.
Right.
I mean, he actually reiterates parts of the conversations between him and Professor Gates.
And Obama apparently.
Obama's
is
involved in
siding-
this?
He shot his big mouth off.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, he wasn't there. He probably just got a call from this guy. He's friends with him.
He read a letter.
What?
In the Oval Office during his letter reading.
Does Obama know this guy personally?
Yes, he said that the Cambridge police acted stupidly. So, of course, he sides against the cops.
Why did they act stupidly?
I don't know.
Why did Obama say they acted stupidly?
You see somebody
Well, why did
breaking into a
Obama say
house.
it? Well, let's guess.
No, I understand all that. I can figure that out. But
Oh, is that him right there?
what is his reasoning?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I don't know. Professor Gates, instead of being irate about, and playing the race card, he should have been grateful to the police for checking out the situation instead of playing the race card.
And now that
That's the way I
Obama's
feel about
involved, a lot of people will be fired. That's just how it works in this world. And what Gates wanted an apology from the officer, and the officer refuses.
it. Yep, that's exactly.
Guys, am I still on?
All right.
Keith?
Yeah, there's no way this guy just wants an apology. He wants a payoff. It's obvious. They're already assessing their options, quote unquote.
Right.
You know what that means? It's going to be a federal lawsuit, violation of civil rights, blah blah blah. And it's the residents of Cambridge that are the real victims here because they're going to have to pay for this nonsense.
What is the mayor saying? They showed like the mayor of Cambridge or
yeah.
something.
Oh,
saying
I thought
something.
Mayor Menino.
No. Oh my God.
Is Mayor Menino involved in any way? Just because it's he's the mayor of Boston, which is very close to Cambridge.
He's not
obviously.
the mayor of Boston. He's the mayor
I
of
don't know. I haven't
Bofferston.
heard
Oh,
anything from Mayor
Boston.
Menino.
I'm sorry. What?
I haven't heard anything from Mayor Menino yet, but I'm sure he's going to comment about it.
Yeah.
You think he will? I think he'll hide.
Oh, that's if
Rudy
he can fucking
Giuliani
understand the
reacts.
fucking guy.
Rudy Giuliani. What do you think Rudy's going to say?
Is this to the healthcare issue or that situation?
I don't know. All right, Sonny. Now you brought it to our attention. All right, there you go. We're not avoiding anything.
I didn't want to talk about that.
Yeah.
All right, boys. This
We're
is Keith. I'm
scared.
checking out. See you guys later.
Thank you, Keith.
All right, thanks, guys. Hey, I love you.
All right, Sonny Forelli, everyone. We just got off on the wrong foot today, Sonny.
God, why?
It's all good.
The cops got a call that people were breaking into a house. So they go to investigate it. He shows them ID with no proof that he lives there, and then starts getting belligerent, and the cops arrest him. Where's the problem?
Yeah, the cops arrest him to control the situation, and then they figure it out afterwards.
How about
right?
you just...
And then they dropped all charges anyway, right? End of story.
Sure. But how about you just say, oh, officers, this is my house. Here's ID. If you don't have ID on you, I'm sure you could speak to them nicely.
He didn't like it because he's a Harvard professor, and he didn't like some fucking blue-collar white cops questioning him.
Yeah.
He's used to speaking and having people bow down at his brilliant intellect, and he wasn't used to this fucking blue-collar cop who didn't give a fuck, who gets a call, guys breaking into a house, and he was probably, you know how professors are. How much fun are they?
None.
They're not.
None fun.
Let's go to Tom in what? How you say it?
Bofferston.
Yeah.
Bofferston.
Tom, what do you got?
How you doing? This professor there, when he went into the house finally, he kept asking the officer for his badge number and his name. The officer wouldn't give it to him, so he came outside, and when he did come outside, that's finally when the police arrested him for disorderly conduct.
Oh. Why wouldn't the cop give his badge number and name?
I have no idea. No idea at all.
Well, maybe because he was a little busy trying to figure out what the F is going on.
All right, boys, have a good day.
Get the taser.
Joe in Tennessee. Joe.
Yeah, you got to listen to the last question of the news conference. A reporter from Chicago was picked out. She directly addressed that question, had nothing to do with health care, asked Obama what he thought about the incident in Cambridge. Obama had a set answer. You can hear it.
Yeah.
And,
love
and he
those
said
setup questions.
people of color are picked out.
And what, Joe? I missed the last couple seconds there.
He said people of color, Hispanics and blacks, are picked out disproportionately.
Obama said
and
that?
was the end.
Yeah.
Yes, he did. Listen to the last question of the news conference.
I'd like to hear that.
Yeah, he did say it. I read the quote at least.
And that's all I got.
right.
I'm punching out.
And if you believe in that, whatever. But in this case,
Yeah, that doesn't
that has
even apply.
it has nothing to do with this case.
No.
You got someone breaking into a home. A few old ladies are walking by. Oh my God, someone's breaking into that house. I'll
Yeah.
do the right thing because this is my community. I called the cops, And the cops are like, what the fuck's going on? I got to figure this shit out.
If the cops didn't show up, they'd
Right.
be all pissed off. He'd be like, what happened? I got home. My house was robbed. Where were the police?
Right.
They don't show up in my neighborhood? Why? Because I'm a black man?
And that is important because they were responding to a call.
Can't win for losing.
So they get a call that someone's breaking into a house, and then the cops are supposed to what? Not do anything about it? Then their jobs are on the line, right?
I don't know what kind of a lunatic you have to be to even be a cop in this day and age. You end up in prison. You could end up in prison just for doing your job.
Let me say hi to John. John. Hi, John.
John.
Hi, John.
Hi, John.
John.
Hey, how are you guys?
Hey, buddy.
Hey, do you know how racist this cop is?
No.
He's the cop who performed the mouth-to-mouth the day Reggie Lewis collapsed on the floor and died.
Did you do it on Reggie Lewis?
Yeah.
Oh.
Wait, for real?
Yeah, that's for real. It's all over the news this morning. This is the guy, 16 years ago, Reggie Lewis drops dead. This is the guy performing mouth-to-mouth on. He's real racist.
Wow. Yeah. Jesus.
That was such a tragic story, and this was the cop that was on the scene. Holy crap, I didn't know that.
Good
Was that profiling then?
Yeah, real racial profiling.
All right,
see you guys.
All right, let's go to Scott in New York. Scott.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey, Squat.
Yeah, I heard about this story when it first broke a few days ago, and I guess now the Reverend Ale wants to get involved in it.
Oh, good. Good. Thank God. Wondering he'd weigh in.
Why?
What, did he get bored with the Michael Jackson corpse?
Yeah, that's done.
you
He's not
know,
getting enough
If
press.
that doesn't prove that this Reverend Al is an opportunist, the Michael Jackson story is finally getting a little cold.
Yeah.
Like the body.
Literally.
So Reverend Al's going to now move on to something else that keeps his face in the news. What a
Exactly,
joke that
guys,
guy
exactly.
is.
All right, guys.
I guess the whole Michael Jackson
All right.
thing is taken care of, right?
Yeah, that's all done. It's
Yeah,
old
all right.
hat.
Yeah, now that the news cameras have more or less gone away, it's time for Reverend Al to find, the next one that keeps him on TV. Those words are brilliant, Ant. Many years later.
Yes. Still relevant.
All
Amazing.
right. Let's say hi to Jeff on Long Island. Jeff.
Hey, what's going on?
Hi, Jeffy.
I just wanted to say that, nobody's bringing up that some of the cops that were on scene at that whole Cambridge thing were black as well. So this guy's freaking out over, being racially profiled. Meanwhile, there were black officers there.
That never seems
were
to matter.
supporting what the
Yeah,
white officers
which is very strange to me. It doesn't matter. I guess if you're a cop, you're not really black.
No, that's just it. You're not looked
that's
at as,
kind of the feeling I get for these poor black officers. They're actually considered white now.
Yeah, they
because
use the
they're
term
in,
Uncle Tom
Yeah,
a
because
lot.
they're in uniform. They're not really black
Yeah.
guys anymore.
Traitors.
Which is so fucking strange.
Well, they
to me.
separate themselves. They have an organization called 100 Blacks in Law Enforcement.
Yeah.
so it's like-
Those are
Right.
very militant little group
All right,
there.
thank you, sir.
All right. Happy
Well-
birthday, Jimmy. I'm punching out.
Thank
Later.
you.
All right. Yeah, we'll keep an eye on that story. I think
As it develops.
as it develops, it's developing.
I would crank it to this picture.
Which picture?
I don't know. Now I just found like pictures of perky tits and stuff like that.
Oh wow.
Yeah. She's really hot. I got to
Who is she?
I don't know.
Those are some nice boobies.
It just came up under perky tits, black thong.
Let me see.
Nice.
pretty.
Yeah.
She's like a really cocky look on her face.
Yeah. Cocky.
Yeah.
I like to give her. All right.
We're going to go to break
That's
with
her
this.
right there. Nice, right?
Yeah, very nice. We're going to go to break with this from your Obama rant yesterday.
Oh.
The boys did a little something. I think this is Butcher, Opie and Anthony. All right, how's everyone today? Good. In case you're tuning in for the first time.
Oh, God.
What happened?
We're talking about, during commercial break there, we were talking about MySpace, Twitter, Facebook, illusions, the girls that kind of put pictures up, and it's very deceptive.
Is that a real one?
That
It's titled MySpace. Jesus fucking Christ.
There's
It's
a blonde.
picture of Tori, who, in the picture on the left, she's a blonde. She's got the nice shades on.
Yeah.
There's kind of like the hip shades on, and she's leaning over and showing a lot of cleavage. Looks very, very good.
Kind of a fat neck, but
You know what? Yeah, even in the picture on the left, you should be a bit, leery.
Big girl.
Because there is some pelican action happening with her.
Yeah. There's definitely suspicion going on
Sure.
there, but nothing could prepare you for the entire picture.
The full shot.
She is giant. Giant.
Yeah, she's as
big fatty.
She's as big as the girl that did that TV commercial with us.
Bigger. I'd say she's
even.
bigger.
You think she's even bigger?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other girl is actually doable in a weird kind of way.
I agree.
Yeah, and
I agree.
Not into that.
So agree.
But
yeah, it's happening out there.
Yeah.
Everyone misrepresenting
Oh,
themselves.
what's worse than that when they do that when you pull the camera back and you see that they're a mess? You're like, ugh.
You get that angle shot and from above, and oh my god, that's fantastic. That girl looks retarded.
Same girl.
She's making like some kind of trying to be sexy, leaning her head back on a pillow.
Mm-hmm.
The camera is taking a shot from way under her chin.
Mm-hmm.
And then they show her face, and she looks Japanese retarded.
Yeah, something's going on.
It's like a retarded Japanese girl.
Why are we talking about the stripper thing?
What stripper thing?
Stripper thing? What?
Travis sent out a news story last night that you could now strip if you're 17 years old in Rhode Island.
Yeah, I heard this.
Is this true, Travis?
Yes, it is. You can strip.
He's making peeps.
You can strip in.
What's going on with Travis?
He's diabetic.
Something's going on with Travis. The two times we needed him, he was gone.
Wee problems.
He's
No,
good.
I did hear this though.
They
You
lowered
can.
the age, or the age was always 17. What's going on here?
There's no law against it.
Yeah.
Okay, so
And they
what's
weren't
the
able
big
to
deal?
arrest anybody. They realized, oh my God, we can't do anything. I heard it was 16, by the way.
16 years old, and you
Yeah.
can be stripping in the Rhode Island
strip
booby
in Rhode Island.
booby bars.
I say let's take a road trip because that's going to go away quick.
Yeah, I know, right? They're going to put the kibosh on that fun.
You bet they are.
Yeah, you don't want that on the radar.
Quirky laws. I don't think that's one of those quirky laws like you can't carry a groundhog in your pocket on Sunday in this town. It's a 16-year-old stripper.
The dumb quirky law.
Oh, I hate
bit.
those.
I'm sure I did it years ago.
Everyone in radio has done it.
I'm sure I've done it.
Did you hear about this law that's on the books here in Wisconsin?
Ugh.
Oh, it's hysterical.
You're not allowed to chew gum
Yeah.
if you're walking on Main Street.
You
These
can
are real.
actually be arrested if you're wearing two left shoes
Yeah.
to church.
Yeah.
What?
Like the cops are
Yeah.
looking for that. All right.
They tase you, put the
Yeah.
knee on the back of your neck.
It's not fun in any way to discuss it, to do
No,
it,
no.
to arrest the people. It's just annoying for everybody.
Except for this law.
So let's not
The
even.
16-year-old stripper law.
Yeah, not 17, it's 16. Okay.
And apparently teen prostitution
What?
indoors is legal. Yeah.
What?
In Rhode Island. A 16-year-old cannot drive without an adult in the car. But I guess you can strip and
drive a
be
penis
a
right into your
prostitute?
vagina.
Well, it says that prostitution is only illegal when the solicitation is done outdoors.
Yeah.
So I suppose if a 16 or 17-year-old girl, because the legal age in Rhode Island is 16, so I guess if they're stripping indoors and they're soliciting indoors in a private area,
Yeah.
that's perfectly fine.
Like a brothel's legal, or is it all through the internet?
You can't, the girl can't tell you that she's a prostitute kind of a thing. Like you kind of know, and then you got to go to her and go, hey, $20, suck my dick. And it can't be done outside on the street.
That's silly.
Got to be done like inside an establishment or house. This is what I heard.
All right.
And I heard that from my realtor. So I was buying a home in Rhode Island.
Let's go to Rhode Island. Norman.
Hey, boys, what's going on?
Norman.
Hey, Norman.
She's a whore, Norman.
Yeah, I work in Providence, and it's true. It's 16 years old, and they can do it till 11 o'clock at night because they have to have a work permit, and the work permit only goes till 11. And the prostitution, as long as it's indoors And like Aunt said, they can't proposition you on the streets, but if it's indoors, then the prostitution's legal. And that just goes right along with our Oriental massage happy ending industry that is flourishing in Providence. So, Jimmy, this is the perfect city for you.
It sounds great.
We'll find you an apartment.
Yeah, I hear the streets are just lined with jizz. No, they're like lined with these massage parlors.
Yeah, there's a ton of Oriental massage parlors. There's a like a newspaper out here, the Phoenix. I don't know if you guys have it down there, and it advertises a lot of them. And you can go on Craigslist for the hookers, and it's crazy. Who would have thought a Northeast city would be like the worst in Vegas?
And apparently, this has been on the books for a while,
Yeah,
and
they had
it's
a
come up for votes every so often, but it never gets taken off the books. Like they don't. No one wants to rock the boat on that one, huh?
No, they all stand up and stick their chests out and huff and puff. But then once they get off the podium, they head to the nearest massage parlor.
Yeah,
So
exactly. Because
they
I
ain't
think the
going nowhere.
politicians
Yeah.
are the ones that
All
are
right,
going to
boys,
these
punch it out.
places.
I'm sure. All right, thank you, sir.
You know, if they were involved in illegal activities, there'd be a problem. So they keep it legal so they can go ditch their wives and just,
Yeah. All right, let's go to Julie, who works in a strip club in Rhode Island. Julie.
Yeah, hi, how are you?
How are
Hi,
you?
Julie. How are you?
Not bad. Happy birthday, Jimmy.
Thank you, Julie.
I've been around my whole life, and I own a business in Rhode Island, not a strip joint, but I'm near a strip joint. I know very many strippers, and I know the whole deal. About a year ago, they did try to change the law. It's just so that, yes, it is in Rhode Island. It is legal if you are soliciting inside. We have a place called Oneyville.
What's it called?
Oneyville.
Oni?
Oneyville, like Olneyville. I call you to my accent. It's Oneyville. But you'll see a lot of people up in the low-end prostitutes out there trying to solicit. If the cops see them, they will bust them. But again, you're right. In Rhode Island, 16 years old is the age of consent.
15 or 16?
16.
Oh,
Actually,
16.
Yeah, she
Gonna
gets
say,
you a
Jesus.
10-year sentence by listening to this idiot. The lady said.
The lady said on the Opie and Anthony
I heard
show.
on the phone
Right.
on a radio show. Are you taking me in?
But that is true, though. 16. It's kind of ironic because 16 years old in the state of Rhode Island is the age of consent for sex.
Yeah.
So if they do perform at 16 years old behind closed doors, it is legal. But what the irony is in this state is we are one of the only states. Everyone talks about the South. People get married at 15 years old. Rhode Island is actually one of the only states in the union that allows marriage even with parental consent at 16 years old.
Really?
Yeah. I think Alabama, maybe Georgia. There's only like 2 or 3 other states that they allow this in, but they get away with it.
Yeah.
But they did try. I mean, yes, they do huff and puff, but they busted a bunch of the massage. And there's a ton of them. You drive by them, there are all these docked out windows, and they say spa on them.
Spa?
Like, they had one spa. There was one that actually got busted. It was in the paper because a lot of prominent politicians got nailed there. Was the Midori Spa, like the drink Midori in downtown Providence.
Yeah.
And a bunch of them all got busted. And let me tell you something. I think the close time was on that place for literally 3 days. And then literally, it's a block behind City Hall. It's a block behind Providence City Hall. And it was closed for about 3 days.
What's going on up there in that tiny little state?
I had no idea.
Yeah.
It's toxic. Shit. You talk, Anthony, I agree with you 100% about your views about health care and taxation. And I totally agree. You know what? No offense, tax it. If they're going to be able to do it and make revenue off of it, and they're talking about taking from whatever percentage of the population, tax it.
Yes,
And they make money
prostitution,
off of it.
pot,
it's huge,
everything.
There's
Let's just
a ton of
make
shit
everything
going.
legal and tax that.
All
Leave
right.
us alone.
Thank you, Julie.
No problem.
Julie, letting us know what's going on in Rhode Island. No clue.
Yes, the buzz from Rhode Island.
I knew when we lived up there, all the totally nude strip joints were right over the Massachusetts border in Rhode Island.
You should have known just
So I
from
was a little
that.
suspicious.
That shenanigans were going on.
That in New Hampshire, right?
Shenanigans could be had.
You get right into New Hampshire. I mean, the first thing you see usually is a strip club because it's legal. I mean, you could get a lot more done in New Hampshire.
Totally do.
This leads to the next story. Dan, I'm going to give you a website. Hot Tea News, stripping the new after-school job. Could you go to http:// You got that so far? jerseyshore.momslikeme.com. You got that so far?
No, I'll find it on the feedback.
No. I'm doing a bit. /members /journalactions.aspxcn gets it. Question mark G equals 437-187.
Don't you love?
Thank you. You got it.
Don't you love when people send you links like that?
Yeah, and you can't just click on it.
No,
so
it's
I'm like,
not
I have to
clickable.
fucking type all this in, and then you got that and sign. That is what the apper fucking.
Ampersand.
Yeah. All right. M equals 6489218. Another one of those apper things. GRPCAT equals capital M Y.
Does it really
plus.
have to be that complicated in 2009? Like,
holy shit,
get
Dave,
it.
you're killing me. I'm sure it's a great link, but my God, man. Discover something called tinyurl.com, please.
Here's a review from the Midori Spa.
Okay.
Good spa for $60. You get the massage and jerked off.
Yeah, and they could advertise it like this?
I don't think so. That's soliciting.
Someone put this up on City Search. That's
okay.
But for
It scared the shit
$200,
out of me.
for $200, you could do anything to the girls. They are hot, clean, and don't speak English. Definitely a good experience. Sounds good.
Oh, I thought that was some advertising in the Boston Herald.
So it's a
Even
good
though we're
review.
talking about Rhode Island, but I don't know the Rhode Island newspaper.
No, who does?
Who does is right. And the economy's
Could
going.
line the whole state with one.
The economy's going to
Small
shit.
state. Yeah.
And it's affecting everybody. It's getting so bad that this is happening.
You're putting CDs in the player?
This is happening.
Oh, what's on the CD? I got confused.
This is getting bad out there. Listen to this one. Or maybe not.
Just hit it hard.
Okay.
The economic crisis, of course, taking its toll on business, death, and dying.
Many bodies are going unclaimed as families aren't able to afford funeral expenses.
Who's doing
Why?
that?
Stop it.
Maybe there's a handful of people. Is it?
Yeah.
Is it an epidemic?
Is this happening like a lot?
Where your relatives are dying and you're making believe that you don't have an idea?
I don't know.
What are you talking about? I'm not claiming that body.
Funeral expenses.
The coroner's office talked about some of the stories here. You have a father, the breadwinner of the family, dying in a car accident, and then they go to his home, and there's his...
Not much of a breadwinner if you're not claiming the body.
Really? Jesus.
I guess he wasn't bringing too much money home.
And then they go to his home, and there's his wife, who's a stay-at-home mom with several kids to raise. And if people don't know, a funeral, your average funeral just to bury somebody, is $7,000. So you can imagine when they're already cash-strapped, or if somebody's been laid off, what people are dealing with. But because of this, more bodies are going unclaimed here at the morgue, and cremations have gone up in the county of L.A. Now, the county cremates unclaimed bodies after a month at the morgue. Families can pay the coroner $350 to receive the ashes. A private cremation costs in the neighborhood of $1,000. So just by waiting to claim a loved one's body, they save a little over $600. Funeral homes charge around $7,000 just to transport a body and bury it in a simple grave. And to get a headstone, things like that, costs more money. Families who are holding
Poor
funerals
little
are often
feller.
choosing cheaper coffins and holding shorter services. And
Carl's
some
Rock.
casket companies have stopped making the expensive models altogether because of the economy. Now, last year there were 36% more cremations done that taxpayers are paying for. There were 712 last
Oh my
year.
God, she's losing
and the
me.
year before that, it was
Yeah,
just
I know.
525.
She
Now, as
sucks.
I was saying, there are many sad stories here. It's not just people who are trying to, get away with not paying much money. A lot of people
Story's
simply
dying,
can barely afford to
and
pay
I'm
their
not
bills.
claiming
So
it. It's
paying
endless.
for a loved one's
I know,
death on
there's
top of
too much
that
information.
is what we are seeing here.
Wow, that could have been edited.
Yeah. I'm being called a dumbass because I don't know what copy and paste is. Of course I know. It was a joke about how ridiculous website addresses have become.
Yes.
So, first of all, it's completely ridiculous that you got to go broke to bury a loved one.
Yeah.
I didn't realize funeral costs were that high.
$7 G's.
$7 just to get the basics.
7 large for the pine box.
But then they guilt the shit out of you, and you're pushing 10 almost every time out.
Yeah.
And okay, here's the question I got today. So you don't have a lot of money. Your loved one dies, and you're like, I can't do seven. All right, let's call it 7 G's. Are you allowed to dispose of the body yourself?
I don't think so.
So then what? Who pays for
that's
it?
a crime.
Do you have to pay for it? Like, what is the law?
Yeah, why?
No, because it's money. You know what I'm saying? It's a service they provide. But if you can't afford that service, you should be able to figure out another way
to dispose of a loved one.
Yes,
for like free.
I'm not even joking.
For completely free.
Borrow your friend's boat and just dump the whole thing over the.
Dump them in the ocean.
Like, it matters where you are.
But it's true. Like, I never thought of that. There should be a way you could just dispose of it like trash.
I think so. I mean, that would be horrific, but if you're strapped for cash, what?
Yeah,
you should have other options. Wood chipper. What are some of these other options? Wait for them to build some kind of arena in your town and dump it in the cement.
Acidic vat.
Yes, you just disappear. That's what the mob used to do.
But what is the law? Like, they're forcing you to pay the minimum? Because it comes down to the minimum. So someone dies in your family, you're forced now to in some
loved one die.
In some cases, take out your life savings to bury them.
Yeah.
And now you're in deep financial problems because you had to quote do the right thing.
Penn and Teller did a great episode on bullshit about the business of death.
Oh,
and dying.
I saw that one. That was
it's called Death Incorporated. It was fantastic.
That was
and
a
it just
great
kind of
one.
showed you how
because these scumbags, unfortunately, I had to go through this process and. They're all scumbags. They make believe they give a shit about you and your dead relative, and then they drag you downstairs to look at coffins, and they guilt you into getting the really nice coffin, even though after the service, no one will ever see the fucking coffin again.
Bury it.
Right.
Imagine buying like a car and then burying it.
Right. That's basically what you're doing.
Hey, what color paint is that? You want it nice and shiny.
Yeah.
And then we'll wax it up.
Yeah.
Okay, now drive it into this hole and we'll bury it forever.
Yeah. But what is it? Seriously, what is this about? Like, do you have to do this? Like, are you allowed to get rid of a body another way if you don't have the money?
Laws. You have to adhere to the health laws, I think. That's probably what the problem is.
Okay.
So
can we get someone that really knows this topic? Because I'm very curious right now about this.
I do.
Ted's funeral home?
Yes.
Emporium.
Yeah, of course. Why would I say funeral home?
Of course.
We have the discount package where we'll put 3 strangers in the same coffin. It's very unpopular.
Why is it unpopular? It doesn't matter in the end.
Yeah.
Because nobody wants to grieve together. Just 3 strange bodies on top of each other. Looks uncomfortable.
Ted, what do you call your funeral home?
Ted's Funeral Home, Emporium, and Final Resting Place Incorporated.
Who gets the top so that they can see them?
We mix it up a little bit. If you come to the early viewing, perhaps your loved one. At the later viewing, perhaps their loved one. We try not to mix races because then it's just too obvious from across the room.
That actually made sense, though.
Yes, it did.
You would rotate the deceased.
Sure we would.
Yeah.
Can't you put your relatives in like the woods like you do with your family pets?
Yeah, just bury them.
I know my dad would just throw our beloved pet in the woods somewhere to be found by somebody.
Ripped apart by animals in the night.
Even though it's Long Island.
Yeah.
I'm sure the raccoons would do a good job on a family pet.
Oh, hell yeah.
If you left it in the woods.
They love ripping apart your family pet.
Look, man, my dad, he needed to save a few bucks, and we lost dogs, and a lot of them, because we lived on a main, 25A. It's a very busy road when I was growing up. Still is a very busy road. We lost a lot of pets, and Dad would all of a sudden take that pet and go somewhere, and I know he wasn't spending his money on a vet.
No.
Unfortunately, he's now gone, because I could handle where he dumped these pets now that I'm older. How great would it be if your dad showed you the family pet graveyard?
Here it is, just a bunch of bones,
Right.
little kitten skulls, and
Technically, I think my dad was a serial killer. Technically, because he didn't kill the dogs, but he did some ghoulish things with their corpses.
poses them in seductive poses
Yes.
like a serial killer.
He would do things with the skin, Buffalo Bill.
Did you have a dad that would, all of a sudden take the dead pet and dispose of it?
No, ours would die or run away, and we'd never find him. But
That's what they tell you.
yeah, but
That
Smokey,
you're-
I found on the side of the
yeah,
road.
yeah.
Remember Smokey?
Sure.
Was with the maggots eating half of Smokey's head. Very, very creepy. But I think if you have an outdoor animal, you're just asking for sorrow. You know, it's one of those things where it's like, oh, God, it's going to get run over.
Something.
It's just going to get run over.
Yeah, we don't live. None of us. I mean,
Got hit
we're
by
a
a
national
car.
show, but most of us don't have farms where you could get a
No.
pet and you open up the back door and it's gone
Yeah.
for days and it's safe.
It's running in the cornfield and
most of us have
chasing
what?
cows.
A quarter acre.
Yeah.
with cars all around.
With cars just
and then
speeding
you just
in front
let
of
your
it.
dog out.
Or your kitty.
Very good point coming in from Denver Pest.
No.
Pest out west, baby. Why didn't they make funeral plots the height way instead of length? Cemeteries would have so much more room. Because there's probably it's probably perceived that your loved ones would be very tired standing
for eternity.
So someone figured out, it just looks better if they're laying down for eternity.
That is true.
And they wouldn't stand; they just kind of collapse and crumple,
right?
Like a frumpy make. Picture yourself collapsed in a standing closet forever.
You would. Your skeleton would just be your skull on top of a pile of bones.
All right, but in the end, what does it matter?
Please, I'm
but
with you.
it's all this perception shit.
Yeah.
Don't you want your loved one laying nice on a nice little pillow and looking good in a really nice coffin?
No. Burn them.
I saw what they did. They just dumped those freaking workers. Usually they're illegals.
Oh, by the time you reach your car,
I shouldn't say
they're
usually.
already cranking that lever down.
Yeah, I shouldn't say usually, but one of the funerals I went to, they were illegals, and they wanted to get this shit over with. As we're all grieving,
Yeah.
I peeked out the back door of the service area, and they're there waiting with their shovels.
Ghouls.
Could we be done with this so we could, to them it was just another,
Those
hour of
gruesome
work.
ghouls.
They didn't care. And I know they just threw that coffin in sideways.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God.
What do you think they-
some of them just
Dude, what do you think they do? You think they get in the hole and, place it down nice?
gingerly?
Hell no.
You think sometimes it busts open and they laugh?
By the time you're in your car going to a restaurant because you have to have the meal with everybody. Ugh.
Yeah.
They're just throwing that coffin in any way they could get it in and get it buried immediately.
Oh.
So they can move on to the next dead body.
Just cracks open. Grandma comes spilling out. They laugh as they just shovel dirt on her head.
Yeah, you got to think.
Because they don't even fix it.
Why would you?
Why?
You got to think.
Just leave her crooked up against the coffin for eternity. All uncomfortable.
You have to think. All right, let's. You can eat the bodies. That's good news. Jesus.
Okay.
Mike, Georgia. You know Jimmy
Soylent
Norton's going to be
Green.
in the Atlanta area, right?
Yeah, I say you could go like the Soylent Green movie and eat your relatives, right?
Oh, I thought there was some kind of twisted law in the books.
Where you could
No,
eat your
no,
relatives?
that's-
That would be
no,
interesting.
movie plot.
Oh, that's a sick tombstone.
All right, thank you, sir. Let me go to Footer. Footer.
Yo, what's up, boys?
Hey, buddy.
Hey, we were going Southern State Parkway, and a few of my buddies, we were getting on Southern State, and there's a little bit of traffic, so traffic was merging on, and there was an old lady that had a little white fluffy dog hanging out the passenger side window, and he must have wanted to jump out onto the little grassy area. So she panicked, so me and my buddy jump out of the car to kind of help scoop up the dog. The dog panics and jumps out in the middle of Southern State and boom, gets fucking hit. Little white fur everywhere, bro. We just felt so fucking bad. It was ridiculous.
What'd the lady do?
Oh, bro, hysterically crying. People were pulling over. It was like a massacre. And it was like a hot beach day. Everybody going to the beach on the Southern State.
And it
Oh,
was
it's
kind
horrible.
of your fault, right?
Oh, 100% our fault. We tried to do the right thing, and we killed the old lady's dog.
Wait, the dog was what, buddy? He was trying to jump out of the car, and you guys tried to stop it?
No. What happened was he was hanging out, like his little paws were hanging out, and I guess when she was merging, he wanted to go into a little grassy area and maybe take a peep. So he jumped out. We were like, oh, shit, that dog just jumped out. Let's go try to, rustle him up for her. And he must have fucking panicked, and he shot across. And the only really lane that was moving was the left lane. And he shot across and fucking boom, he got nailed. White, it was like one of those Bijans or whatever they are.
A Bichon Frise.
Ooh, fancy man, yes. And fur everywhere. It was horrible, horrible.
Man, no, I got a question for you, Footer. It sounds horrific. Same scenario, but it's a possum.
Okay.
No one's grieving.
Exactly.
The possum.
No
Yeah,
one
I
gives a
was gonna
shit.
say, no, nothing. All right, guys. Hey, take care. He rocks a fat slub.
Yeah. And how many of us, you're driving with your girl and she sees a dead animal on the side of the road and she's like, oh my God.
She
and
gets
then,
wet, right? Oh, just mine.
And then you go, oh, it's a possum. And then everything's
Yeah.
cool. But if you go, whoa, that was a dog, then, there's tears and stuff. But if you say it's a possum, it's a raccoon.
Yeah.
What are some of those dumb other animals? That
Skunk.
Skunk.
Mongoose.
Right. But
Bald eagle.
But there's a sense of relief.
Leopard.
Sense of relief when you realize it's not a dog or a cat, right?
Baby elephant.
Baby elephant.
Crocodile.
Things you see by the side of the road. Pterodactyl.
Am I right, though?
I think you're right on that one. Armadillo.
But in God's eyes, aren't they all important?
They should be.
But not in humans' eyes.
But they're not. Unless they're adorably cute. They're fucked.
Let's say hi to Frank in Texas. Frank.
Frank in Texas.
Yeah.
What's up?
I was just letting y'all know, yeah, it's illegal to just go burying yourself. There's
Is it?
health code.
Yeah.
So you can't bury a body on your own.
No, sir. Health codes say you cannot bury.
All
it
right.
on your own.
So why are they holding us hostage and making us pay these crazy, fees and rates or whatever you want to call them to bury your loved ones?
Well, there's stuff you can do. You don't have to embalm a body. I mean, so that's a lot of the fees.
Oh, so if you're okay with them rotting,
it's pretty safe to say the average funeral, whatever, is, I think someone said it, about $7,000.
Yeah,
that's a lot of money for a lot of people. That could put them in, into a financial situation they can't afford.
In ye old poorhouse.
So, what does our country, what does our government do to make sure that people aren't going broke because they have to bury, do the right thing and bury their loved one?
Well, that's ridiculous. They don't do anything. But to bury, the burial's only $500. You can put them in a box and not.
Can you bring your own box?
Oh,
yeah, bring your own box.
Like you could get a Best Buy box, maybe shove Grandma into the box your TV came in.
I'm not real sure about that.
How horrific would that be? All right, we got Grandma ready for the funeral. You throw her in a Best Buy
flat
TV
screen box. You just
throw her in the back of the pickup truck and just show up
Here,
at
we're
the
here.
wake. Here, we're here. Let's get
Yeah,
this over
take it
with.
easy, fellas.
All right.
Yeah, why couldn't you do that? Just use a refrigerator box. You show up at the cemetery, and you're just like, I just want to plant this bitch.
Oh, yeah, and you think, well, let's go to Randy in Pitt.
Randy?
Yeah.
You tuning son of a bitch. You tuning son of a bitch. What's up, Randy?
When I was a kid, probably about 11 or 12 years old there, coming home from the amusement park, and my dog had got loose and got hit by a car. So my dad takes it, buries it. About 2 weeks later, he told me where he buried it, and I'm riding my dirt bike back there, and I decided to go see my dog, and there was a hole in the ground with this rib cage just laying there. Some fox or something had dug it up and ate my dog.
Oh.
And Dad tries to do the right thing, but, I mean, come on.
Nice.
You think your dad's going to dig a...
Fucking serial killer with his shallow grave.
Yeah, he's
Thanks.
Exactly.
Thanks a lot.
Proving my point that sort of serial killer-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not digging a really deep hole so the wild animals out there don't get to your
No,
pet.
don't get to your pet. That's it. They dig them up and rip them apart, tear them to pieces.
That's right.
All right, boys, punching out.
Thank you, sir. Let's go to Dan in New York. Dan.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey.
Hi.
Hey, nice story here. New Year's Eve, 1998, my mom died. So there we are, New Year's Day. We're sitting there in a funeral home.
Pretty selfish on her part, huh?
Well, whatever,
Oh.
So, anyway, we're sitting there.
Kind of like those people that get married 4th of July weekend and
Yeah,
stuff.
come on.
Jeez, thanks.
Got stuff to
No,
do.
really, I didn't want to go to a beach or something and do something fun.
Barbecue and watch fireworks.
It's way more important to watch you get married and divorced in 5 years. Thanks. Sorry, I've been through. I also did a Christmas Eve wedding, I think. Or right around Christmas. I'm like, what are you thinking? We all have to go shopping. It's already a hassle this time of year, and now you're throwing a wedding into the mix?
Yeah, thanks.
What the fuck? Go ahead, Dan.
So anyway, we're sitting there picking out the coffins and this and that and everything. We were saying, well, we want this one, that one. And they said, well, this one here has a 10-year guarantee. And it's like,
what's a 10-year guarantee?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, okay, what's the warranty?
Yeah, what?
What are you guaranteed against? Well, any kind of leakage or anything. Well, we already got to put it in a vault. You know, you got us $3,000 for a concrete vault that they have to put them in.
You don't
New
even
York.
understand. The biggest thing is, how the fuck are you going to know whether the guarantee, whether it is
Yeah.
leaking, or whether something happened to it?
Right.
Well, just last year it was the 10-year, and I kind of brought that up to my sister. I said, you know what? I said, I wonder if we should dig Mom up and see if we can get our money back if it leaked or not.
Hey, that's not a bad idea. You're out there just
Hey, look.
foolishly digging up your dead mom.
She's all mildewed.
I imagine it costs money to exhume a body though, so it wouldn't even be worth it.
Oh, literal Jim.
The Wrecker Vault fun.
I want a coffin that lasts 45 minutes and then disintegrates.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
You gotta have the funeral real fast, or else people are gonna be horrified.
I want a coffin made of lead, solid, heavy lead.
So it's just a hassle for everybody.
Yeah.
Very inconvenient.
As they move your body around.
Or a coffin made of paraffin. I want it to be something that just bothers everyone. He wants diamonds on his pillows. What?
All right. What else there, Dan?
That's about it. Well, we got lucky with my dad. Lucky he was in the military, and we had him buried in a military cemetery, and they took care of all the costs that way, you know. I mean, he was in World War II, you know.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
Yeah, they do. They do a good job. Absolutely.
It was a nice ceremony, but
they make it a lot easier for the family when you got someone in the military that unfortunately passes.
Right. So, all right, that's all. Happy birthday, Jimmy. Later.
Yep. Well, we got a guy in the industry. Let's get to the bottom of this. Paul.
What?
What's up, guys? How you doing?
I'm just laughing at myself for a second. It's like I've never had a job in my life where I could just sit here and watch a girl getting ass fucked while I'm on my job.
Who's what?
I don't know. I just popped up a link, and now there's a cum shot, and a chick is 69ing with her and licking up the byproduct.
Doesn't that imagine how great their job is?
Yes.
The guy fucking her? You think you're having fun. He's actually at work when he's doing that.
You know, you make a good point. That's his job. Just watching smut and listening to phone calls. What the fuck?
Paul, Jersey, what's going on?
What's up, guys? How you doing?
Hey.
All right, so a couple of things that you guys heard or said that were incorrect.
Yeah.
So the reason they don't stand them up, it doesn't make a difference because of the sizing. They lay them down and they dig them deeper. So you end up in the same square footage. You get the same amount of.
Oh, well, when you think about it, he's right. The same square footage is being buried.
That's right.
Yeah, but the thing is, you could put them closer together if they weren't long like that.
That's true.
Yeah.
You could put them next to each other, like safe deposit boxes. You'd bump into some stranger while grieving and talking to a headstone.
You really can't do that either because the last caller said that you have to buy the vault. That's where you want to spend. If you're going to spend money in the vault because just like Opie was mentioning, this coffin after you wheel him in and out of church and lay him out for a couple of days, it never sees the light of day again.
But who gives a crap about the vault?
Yeah.
Well, the vault is really what keeps you together and what makes sure that
keeps you together. Who cares?
I don't inside, if you even care about that.
Why would you care?
Because a vault, a mausoleum's like inside, right?
No. The vault is.
The vault is literally
when they dig a hole. They lower a concrete. Basically, it looks like a giant coffin. Then they put the coffin inside of that, and then they seal it with bolts.
Who came up with this?
The actual concrete is what keeps everything and keeps the ground. Because what was happening was in the old caskets and in the old cemeteries, you'd see a lot of drop-offs, right? Like where people were dug, because when that wood would rot, it would just basically the ground would fall in, and you'd have a whole bunch of look like potholes in front of the gravestone.
Oh God, that's
meaning
what you
all
want.
the dirt, collapsed onto grandma.
Yeah.
And then you would have animals.
How about cremation? I have to be cremated. I cannot be buried in the ground.
No,
I cannot.
Scared?
It's just awful.
You'd be frightened.
It's awful.
It won't. It just doesn't matter.
I don't care. I don't want.
The other caller said that you don't have to get embalmed. That's 100% incorrect. Everybody has to be embalmed if they're going to be viewed.
Right.
If not, that you don't have to embalm them and you could just fire them up. Outside of that, yes, if you're going to be buried, you have to be embalmed. But you can even check up on the itemization. It's like a few $100 to be embalmed.
Oh, the itemization of it was unbelievable. They're running down like you're getting extras for your car. Do you want this? Do you want that?
Air conditioning.
Yeah, basically. It was unbelievable, the choices. It's like, it doesn't matter. And I knew,
you remember what the biggest the line item is? Outside of the coffin, do you remember what the biggest thing is?
Wow, no. It's almost 5 years, actually, coming up soon.
Makeup. The makeup artists are who makes out.
Makeup for a dead person.
Do they?
Hey, but here's the deal. What if you can't afford, all these costs?
Well, dude, we're not doctors, so we don't have to provide service if you can't pay.
No, Paul. Paul, I understand.
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah,
You and your loved one.
Paul, I understand you got a business, and that's fine. I'm not going after you. That's fine. I mean, you're going to get plenty of people that are going to get your service. But I'm saying, what are the options for people that just can't afford it? Do you know?
Potter's Field.
Pretty much, yeah.
Just
there are some low income housing type cemeteries that you can go, and it's basically a pine box and a piece of shit that's going to fall apart. But yeah, that's really what your option is.
That's great. Here's a piece of shit that's going to fall apart.
And that's how they present it to you.
Or this piece of shit.
Now, what's real interesting, if you want to hear about more of your tax dollars being pissed away for special interest, in this state, in the state of New Jersey, there are also special, basically Potter's Fields for people like Muslim people, and they're state owned, and you just kind of go in there and you file and you can get a pot, and it's basically for free. But if you're the white Catholic guy, you can't get that treatment.
Mm-hmm. Right. Interesting.
No surprise.
Yeah.
All right, Paul. Thank you so much.
I guess.
There goes
so
Paul.
much. You ghoul. Stealing and death. You fucking creep.
Buried 3 bodies. There are ways to save money. Steve, what's up?
Hey, yo.
Hey. Yes.
Yeah, that guy's, a couple of those guys are partly right. I mean, it just depends on what the state is. And it's kind of funny you mentioned the grandma because we just buried our grandpa like that. I went down there. He had no money. Went down there, picked him up in the back of my truck. We made the pine box. Went out there, had to dig the hole, buried him.
Wow.
The funeral service guy had to come out there and make sure the hole was buried. It was, the correct depth and everything, but it was like $200. Buried my grandpa like that, an aunt and an uncle. So it just depends on the state.
You dig the hole yourself?
You dig the hole yourself where? In a graveyard?
Yes, sir.
That would be cool. Get the whole family involved.
It's the way we did it. Me and my 2 brothers, my dad went out there, took shifts until we had to bury our uncle, and then we went and got a backhoe.
I had to dig a grave with my brother, and I still say the worst day of my life ever. Ever.
What, for like
Ever.
For what?
But it just depends on the state. I mean,
Fresca?
My grandma didn't have no money, so she just asked if we'd do it. We built the box, went and took it up there, put him in it, drove him home, put him in the hole, and covered him up.
Wow.
Because, you're dead. You don't know nothing.
Did you use dovetail joints?
I'm kind of with you on that. You don't know nothing. I
Man,
like other things like
or tongue and groove.
I like that other dumb stuff where you I don't know, get a fucking park bench or something with a good view with their name on that. Way more.
Yeah, it's kind of
But the deal is on the state laws though. On the embalming, none of them want to be viewed or anything like that. It's kind of a state of Arkansas is it's a 24-hour period. You have to have them in the ground inside of 24 hours.
Yeah.
So it's a religious thing.
Were they arrested?
Right. We didn't go for all that crap. So kind of all feel the same way. So it was pretty cut and dry.
All right. Thank you, Steve. No, really, we learned a little something there. And you know how thanks, Steve. One of the themes of our show is that we're not really free in this country.
Yeah.
We like to make believe we are, and we like to make believe we're freer than other countries out there.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely question that. I don't know for sure, but try burying a relative in the backyard of your house, and then you'll see how free you really are.
when they find it.
But when this country first started, that's pretty much what they did, right?
Yeah, you went up to...
You owned your house, someone died, you're like, all right, well, now we figure out what part of the backyard is going to be the ghoulish graveyard for our family.
For the whole family, yeah.
But try that now.
Yeah.
You live in Patchogue or Levittown. Why don't you try to do that?
Where?
And then you'll see how free you really are in this country.
We got to wait 6 months to get a zoning thing for a fence.
Right.
You're going to start burying loved ones in your yard.
Could you imagine?
Good luck to you.
And be clueless. Like, what? I own my house.
Yeah.
And I'm going to bury my loved one
in the
backyard.
front in the front yard.
In the front yard, right? Try to get that done.
That's pretty ghoulish.
Goes with our theme.
It would never work. Yeah.
No, I told this story with my brother. So it's horrific.
Yeah.
It's just awful. We were actually at the wake for my uncle who dropped dead of a heart attack, and he was like 50 tops, I think. It was horrible. And then we get the call after just a horrendous day. My dad calls me to say Brett's dog got run over because we lived on the busy road, right?
Yeah.
And my dad was in horrible health. He had one artery basically.
Why did you guys have pets?
I don't know.
It's just a lifetime of sorrow.
I would have to ask if one of my brothers are listening, maybe they could send me an email. I know of my cat was run over. Brett's dog was run over. 3, 4. I know of 5 family pets that.
Wow.
That's how they died. For real. I think. At least 4.
That's too much grief.
At least 4. Maybe 5.
Yeah.
So I get the call that Brett's dog got hit by a car and is dead. And my dad basically said, get over here. Brett's not doing well. This is the owner of F.H. Riley's. This is horrific. My dad, it was a Rottweiler.
Yeah.
And those things are heavy. My dad has like one artery still pumping to his heart. Or out of his heart, whatever. I mean, he's in bad shape, but he decided he knew how important this dog was to Brett, so he lifted the thing out of the road and carried it, which could basically risking his own life because that could have easily been the last straw with his heart. Puts it in a wheelbarrow, and then I show up at the house, and Brett is. You can't even talk to him.
Inconsolable, as
exactly.
They say.
He's on his knees. He's losing his mind, and then about an hour goes by, and he looks at me and he goes, "I have to bury him now." And I'm like, I felt like I was in a Stephen King movie.
Oh.
I felt like I was in a Stephen King movie. It was like February. It was like single digits. There was a full moon. The ground was frozen.
Just put him out there.
There was snow on the ground.
He'll keep until it gets warm.
And then he's picking at the hard earth, trying to get some traction to dig this hole.
Crying.
The whole time crying and literally collapsing.
That's creepy.
Was he sad?
Oh. Worst day of my life. Worst day of my life. I've been through some bad days, but this was horrific.
What kind of dog was it?
To go through a Rottweiler.
That sounds pretty bad.
But he's one of those guys that has to do the right thing, and he just knew he had to do that at that moment.
Right then and there?
And I held the flashlight as he's digging because the moonlight wasn't good enough.
Not quite good enough. Just enough to make it eerie.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm getting at.
Enough to make it eerie, but not enough light.
And we're not talking because what are you going to talk about?
Yeah. Hey, how about the Yankees?
He got that whole Doug though, man. He's a real man.
And it's the winter. Why would the Yankees be playing?
I don't know.
Sorry.
He jumped in the hole to make sure it was deep enough, and it was up. It was like above his nipples, and then we placed the dog in the hole.
Tossed him in.
In a tarp or no?
I forgot how he did it. I think
you should have been a dick and just kicked it in harshly.
Jesus, Jimmy.
Why not? Just to be like the tough brother.
Tough love, yeah.
Yeah.
Get over it.
Got a kick in there.
Yeah. It was his dog.
It's terrible.
He had it from literally when those Rottweilers when they're born they're like as big as your fist tops. They're tiny little things.
Little pup.
And yeah. All right.
Nice segment there.
Right.
Jesus.
Digging a grave under the moonlight.
Should have had the same vibe when they were digging Billy Bats up in Goodfellas.
How about a wing?
You want a paw?
All right.
You look more like a heart and lungs kind of guy.
A wing.
A wing.
My grandma used to take dead kittens and throw them in the river. Would Hellman's pay for E-Rock's funeral? That's footer. Aunt meaning, your aunt.
Yeah.
Wanted her ashes at sea, got the ashes all over our whole family. I love these stories.
Yeah, a lot of times the wind doesn't cooperate.
John in Brooklyn. What's up, John?
What's up, boys? What's going on?
Hey.
So, listen, we're all on the boat. My mother's sister, all she did her whole life, she wants to be on a boat. So we get on this thing. You got the priest, her family. By the way, I'm going to get my ass kicked for telling this story because they still cry about it.
Yeah.
So we're all on the boat. They pray. The priest makes the prayer. They open the urn. They throw the ashes out, and there's my aunt floating in a Ziploc bag in the ocean. And
Oof.
so they grab the hook to pull her in. Everyone's freaking crying. I'm hysterical laughing in the corner with my wife.
You know, you got to laugh at that. I'm sorry, but that's just unbelievable. Go ahead, John. Sorry.
It was hysterical. So then, I mean, they open up the Ziploc bag. They go to toss it. The wind just blows, and everybody's covered with my aunt's ashes all over the boat.
Like you all just ran out of a house on fire.
And then you got to, like, brush her off of you,
Yeah.
all awkwardly and sad.
I'm going to miss her.
It's in your eyes. You can't see.
People were freaking out. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Oh.
Did everyone jump in the water to get the ashes off them?
No. Everyone just tried to, everyone was just shaking themselves off. My mother's hysterical crying. The people laughing and people crying at the same time.
Yeah. Wow. Well, it lightens up the mood a little bit, right?
Does it?
I think so.
All right, boys, punching out.
Good story, John. Thank you. You want this one? This one's for Jimmy. Mike in Florida. Talk to Jimmy.
Jimmy,
Mike.
happy birthday, buddy.
Thank you.
Listen, I used to work at a cremation company up in Farmingdale for all the New York people. Trust me, you don't want to get cremated. It's a disgusting, filthy, just like you're laying on your back, and if you open the retort dish, the thing that you can see the body getting burned, you can see flames shooting out of your eyeball cavity. Do you really want that?
How long does it take to burn the body?
Honestly, you're going to be in there for a good 20 minutes, and then they have to open it up,
To
turn the
baste
flames
you.
off, and go in with a poker to get your torso to collapse, and then they fire it back up again.
Wow.
And we're completely sure. Let me just throw this on the table. And we're completely sure you don't feel anything after you die, right? We have figured that one out for sure.
Oh,
I don't know.
I don't
It
care
looks-
what you
it looks
believe in
pretty
as far as God and medicine and all that. What about the unknown? We're convinced that you don't feel shit, right?
I'm
just
not
need to
convinced
know.
After I saw some of those flames.
I got to be honest, man. It's still, as much as that would suck, it beats 35 years from now still rotting and still being conscious if you are.
Jimmy, can I make a suggestion? You want to be entombed. Go put yourself in a nice wall, and then if something happens, maybe they cure cancer or something, and they pop you right out of the wall.
Yeah.
Your bones at that point.
Your bones, dude. I don't want to be. I don't want to be suffocated.
Mummified.
Nowadays, you last 30 years.
You want to be a mummy?
What?
You want to be a mummy?
But only if I can walk around with the wraps on and frighten people. I want to be a mummy, but I want to terrorize people.
Yeah,
Thank you.
a horrible, scary mummy.
Before we wrap up, what about the people that now stuff their pets? That's a big thing.
Yeah, they freeze dry them now.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
just have them like they're just sleeping.
Around the house.
Like
Wait,
they're
freeze
sleeping
dry
in
'em?
the corner.
Yeah, they freeze dry them.
Yeah,
and they don't rot. They're not
Danny
really
can probably
stuffed.
find a website.
And
There's
then
a
they
bunch of
pose
these
them.
pictures.
They pose them like, let's say you pose your dog. With my fucking throat. You know what did that? That god fucking envelope that I opened up.
Yeah.
You know those manila envelopes with the dust inside?
Yeah.
You can't open those without ripping open the dust thing. It got all down my throat. Been hacking like crazy all morning.
I got something that might help you.
Oh, yeah? Jimmy. I forgot where I was.
You were talking about
the pets.
posing people's
Yes,
pets.
yes, and then they pose them like they're laying down in a little bed.
Yeah, like they're
Like
napping.
they're napping or something, or they're playing. Or
Playing
whatever.
would be
Yeah,
even
like
creepier.
sleeping. Look, it's a sleeping dead cat. Perpetual pet.
Get
The
the
perfect
fuck
plan
outta
for the
here.
perfect pet. And you freeze dry. Look, it looks like it's just sleeping.
Just let it
and then
go.
people pet it, but it's like
Get out of here.
It's
Let
stiff.
it go.
How about just a picture if you really need to?
Yeah.
Let it go.
I wanted to do that with Chester.
Fuck Chester.
Look at that thing. That
I'm
was
still
dead.
not over it,
Dude, that
Chester.
dog is dead.
We'll meet again.
Little Peaches.
Huh?
That dog's dead. How the fuck are you going to live in your house with that scary thing just peering at you?
And you know it comes alive when you're sleeping.
Oh, my God.
Everyone knows that.
You shut your eyes, then you open it, and it's a little closer to you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, shit.
And at first you think you're just seeing
Oh,
things.
no.
And you try to talk yourself into the fact that you're just seeing things, and then, no, it's real.
What are you going to do with Dexter?
Ew, your cleavage sucks.
I'm sorry.
Dexter's not going to die.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
He's fine.
You see
But
that,
that's
Jimmy?
way too creepy.
Yeah.
Never do that.
All right, are we done with this? Birdie cat, which came back to life, dug my dog's grave while my dog was walking around alive. What the fuck?
Guy's a pessimist.
I'm trying to move on, bud. Let's say hi to Tim. Tim?
Hey, what's going on, fellas?
Hey.
Yeah, my dog had
Oh,
cancer.
no.
We were going to put him down.
Huh?
We were going to put him down. He had cancer, so I scheduled an appointment, and I dug the hole before the kids got home from school. And he was walking around and, enjoying it.
Dig a hole? It could be the first hole I dug.
Yeah, you should have made him do it with a little pause.
So you dig the hole, and then when did the dog die?
Well, we made the appointment like 3 in the afternoon, so I dug it in the morning and took him down, had him put to sleep, and brought him home and buried him.
Jesus. God bless you.
Yeah, it was tough, man.
Yeah.
The kids actually ended up helping out. My son was a tough guy.
Yeah.
Tough guy.
Tough guy. Rob on Long Island writes, didn't
great.
cry at my grandma's death, but when my pet died, I cried like a little girl.
I cried at both.
Yeah, it was tough.
I balance it. I cry at people and animals.
You treated your grandma
And
like a
people I
pet.
don't care
I
about.
did, actually. We buried her in the yard.
They're saying that you could bury people legally in Vermont in the backyard. Let's go to John in
It's all
Vermont.
woods.
Well,
John.
Vermont's one of those.
Hey,
spots.
man, how you doing?
Hey, John.
Happy birthday, Jimmy.
Thank you, John. God bless.
Yeah, in the state of Vermont, if you follow all the statutes for burying a body, you can start your own ghoulish graveyard right there next to your house.
For real?
Yes, swear to God.
But what if you sell your house?
They have to deal with it. They have to pay to move it if they want it moved.
Wow.
No, then you put your pool over it. And
There
what
you
happens
go.
is you fall in.
All right, guys, punching out.
Poltergeist.
Yes.
See,
Yeah.
I'm in today. Here's one last question. Have you ever had to finish off a pet that got hit by a car or something?
Oh, damn.
That is ghoulish
Fuck
shit.
it.
Or deer.
Gotta be kidding me.
There's people out there, man. You hit an animal and it's suffering. You have to do the right thing, and now you're just turning into a fucking murderer on the
God.
side of the road. And you're just on the way to Little League or something like.
Oh,
when I woke
man.
up today, I didn't realize I was going to be a murderer.
That's bad.
Let me say hi to Jeff in New York. Jeff.
Yeah, when I was a kid, my neighbor's dog got hit in front of the house, and that's what my old man did. He went out with a claw hammer and finished the dog off because it was suffering.
Claw.
Holy shit.
Wow.
You can't even do it with a gun.
Why didn't he just pull its little dog fingernails out?
We didn't have a gun at the house, so he had to, use the hammer on it.
What
Later,
the
boys.
fuck you doing with that hammer?
How ghoulish would it be to see your dad with a claw hammer walking out to the curb?
Just kind of woke up with it.
He should have just backed the car over its little head.
Oh.
It's quick.
Is that horrific, though?
That is bad. You gotta just pound his head in with a hammer.
And the dog's probably like, what is he doing?
Yeah, what? Help me.
I think he wants a piece of cheese.
Skeeter in Wyoming. Skeeter?
Hey, Skeeter.
Well, what's going on, guys?
Hey.
3 years ago, in the middle of January, it's 20 below. We got 2 foot of snow on the ground, and my mom calls me from work and tells me I have to put my dog down of 16 years.
I thought it
come
was
home,
just giving us a weather report
go
from the
up.
past.
Go up, dig the grave, come back down, pick my dog up, throw her in the bed of the truck, take her up on the hill, and I have to shoot my own dog.
Jesus.
That was tough.
Where did you live? In of Mice and Men?
Yeah, Old Yeller.
Not just tons of it is, I guess. But then my grandma died last week, and just like the other guy, I cried more for my dog than my grandma.
Yeah, I think that's.
She go down the
Pretty
same way as
common.
the dog?
Yeah.
Someone just.
I'd like to.
Kevin has in Brooklyn just writes with a claw hammer.
I know. The claw hammer is
Later, boys.
Thank
fucking
you, sir.
brutal.
What end of the claw hammer do you use? Do you use the claw?
The claw.
Or
You
do
have to.
Or you use the hammer
No, the
part?
blunt end.
Blunt trauma or an actual gaping wound.
No,
to
because the claw might get stuck in the dog's head as it's yelping.
Oh my God. Fucking horrendous.
Oh, that is so fucking. I don't even want to think about it.
All right.
It's terrible.
We're trying to move on, but Jeremy, there's some good stories here still. Jeremy, Indiana. Jeremy.
Hey guys, happy birthday, Jimmy.
Thank you.
Hey, when my dad's, or actually our family pet died, my dad had him cremated, and he sits in a little ceramic doghouse on the mantle.
What the hell? How big is your mantle? It's a retriever, you said?
Yeah, golden retriever.
Yeah.
Well, they get pretty small once they're ashes.
Yeah.
Oh, you said. I'm sorry. I thought.
They just threw the dog up there.
No, I thought it was like the frozen
Oh,
pets.
stuffed or
yeah,
something?
I'm sorry.
No. They
I tapped
cremated
out
him.
for a
They
second.
cremated him.
Okay.
He had cancer, and they had to gas him.
All right. Yeah. That's pretty common. I thought you had the retriever just hanging out on the mantle like that.
No. That's freaky.
All right. You want to move on in, or you want? I mean.
Yeah, I mean,
buried
you know,
a cat,
Jesus
came back
Christ.
to life. Friend of mine shot a rot with a .22 pistol and didn't kill it. It ran off into the woods. Holy shit! I don't know why I'm laughing.
Oh, it's terrible.
Let me say hi to Neil in PA. The dog must be going, "What the fuck did I do to you?"
What are you doing to me?
Neil.
How you doing, boys? Happy birthday, Jimmy.
Hi,
Love
Neil.
you.
Thank you.
Hey, man, about 15 years ago, a buddy of mine had two Rottweilers, big, aggressive dogs. The male started to go after him when he'd come home from work. I mean, literally attack him. I was over there one day, and he said, I got to get rid of this dog. He's like, so we took it out in the woods, and he's carrying a .22 pistol, and I'm thinking, that might not be enough. He shot this fucking thing right in the head. It didn't die. It jumped up, bled all over him, scared the hell out of both of us, took off into the woods. We're standing there. He's covered in blood. We get in the house, get shotguns. It took us 4 hours to track this thing down and finish it off. It was horrible.
Now you're fucking...
Seemed fine.
Now you're a
The
hunter.
dog takes a
Now
bullet
you're a hunter.
and
With
runs
your own
off.
dog.
Maybe it wasn't quite ready.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Wow.
Punching out, bro.
That's
Love
how
you.
you sleep.
All right, thank you, sir. All right, and finally this, and then I think we can finally go to break. John in, how do you say it? It's not Boston anymore. Boston.
Boston.
Hey, John.
Just listening to you on BCN.
Thanks, John, for reminding us.
Thank you, John.
Yeah, that decision worked out in their favor, huh? Getting rid of us. That was smart.
I
That
know.
decision
Well,
really turned things around, huh?
I know it sucks, but what can you do?
But they continue, keeping their jobs. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Go ahead, John.
Anyways, so one of our supervisors at work, we're talking. He had his brother died long, about in the 50s or so, and he had some type of cancer or whatever. And the young kid, and just 2 years ago, they had to move the body. They were doing some type of family thing or whatever, graveyard, whatever they were doing. They had to move the body. So his parents had to go and look at the body after they exhumed it to make sure that it's the right guy. You're not moving some
How are
other
you going
guy.
to identify it?
Exactly. And they popped open that casket, and this kid's been buried for 50+ years. And the casket opens, and they're looking at him, and he looked exactly the same the day he was buried. So I don't know what they're doing nowadays, but even 50 years ago, they're making you last a long, long time.
It all depends on how dry the ground is. There's all these
Yeah.
factors. Whether the guy was dead when they put him in.
Wouldn't you like
Because
to
if you
know-
live for a couple of years after, that's probably like...
Wouldn't you like to know that they're kind of, let's just call them moving on?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Instead of frozen in time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't. Ugh.
Ghoulish and
Like
creepy.
looking exactly the same. That is creepy.
Well, speaking of moving on, I'll see you guys later.
I like this, John. Thanks, John. All right, we'll go to break. Stephen C. Was taking every Monday off, and we put a stop to that, didn't we, Steve? Didn't we? It's a little joke, but the boys had fun with the Steve C. taking every Monday off bit.
Oh.
And Derek
yes,
came up with this.
Yes, now and forever. I only meant until August.
Yeah.
But for all eternity.
Yes, forever and ever. I meant 6.
This is pretty much the conversation.
And I hope you remember. I mean, we spent, an hour and a half on this?
Yeah.
Everyone was beating up Steve, like, what the fuck you doing, taking every Monday off, blah, blah, blah. Everyone knows the backstory, hopefully? Okay.
Yes, he received a beating.
And Jimmy's going to be in Atlanta at the Punchline?
Yes, tonight, 10 o'clock show, and then tomorrow and Saturday, bunch of shows.
And you guys have always said, there's a nice following down there.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll see just that at Jim Norton shows this weekend.
Mm.
All right? But first this from Derek.
Who said life was all about following the rules?
Carlisi.
I'm a man of leisure.
This summer.
Greg Hughes, it's Mr. Carlisi. You're an asshole.
Find out what happens when one executive producer discovers he has 50 sick days and decides to use them all.
Ah, the Prius. If you have the means, I highly recommend you pick one up.
Starring Steve Carlisi.
I want to eat in that restaurant. I'm going to make a fake reservation with my new stomach.
And Steve Carlisi as Steve Carlisi.
Don't you know me? I'm Abe Froman, the internet king of Jersey. Look, the Foundry logo's on everything. Shake it up, baby, now. Twist and shout.
Coming every Monday.
A family member has days off, and you give him crap? You're an asshole.
Steve Carlisi's Day Off.
Life goes by pretty fast. If you don't take vacation time, you'll miss out on it.
Randy. You got to play through it, right? We need paying gigs, though. Sick of this going from one porch to another.
Oh, my God. You got these? Opie and Anthony on your radio.
Medulla oblongata.
We got Bobo prank phone calls. We got Bobo voicemails. Now, I was at F.H. Riley's on Saturday. There was a little fan gathering.
Right.
A nice sized crowd. Nothing too crazy, but there was probably, 25, 30 people there maybe. 30 listeners maybe. And Bobo made the trip from
certainly
Queens.
Did.
And he was sitting at the bar, and he was talking to everybody in sight. And he was kind of he was a bit of a celebrity out there at F.H. Riley's.
Was he getting hammered?
Yeah. And he was on the phone, and someone goes, "He's calling Christina."
Oh.
And I'm like, "Fuck," because I'm like, God, this would make good radio, right?
Yeah.
I was just handed the actual voicemails he was leaving from F.H. Riley's.
Oh, because you looked at the date and time?
Yeah, well, Christina's smart enough to
Yep.
to save all the voicemails for the radio show.
Good for her.
Uh-oh, they're whispering over there. What's happening?
Yeah, there's something going on.
What?
Ixnay.
What happened?
We were just discussing what to do with certain
what happened?
things that Bobo brought in.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. Basically, we need certain interns to give permission to do things off the air before they do it on the air. You know what I'm saying?
No. I don't deal with the paperwork.
No?
You guys deal with the fucking paperwork.
Yeah.
We're just trying to entertain our
But we
our
do
listeners.
We do have something to do for it.
All right, good.
Okay.
What happened to Jimmy?
Yeah, the wee-wees.
Hi, Jimmy. Hi, buddy. We got we moved up the Bobo thing because I know you got to leave very soon.
I do, yes. I have to.
We got Bobo voicemails. We got Bobo prank calls, and Bobo wants to show us, what he did to himself.
Well, first I have to see that. I have to.
Yeah, got to.
Can we start with the voicemails?
Sure.
Or the prank calls? What do we do?
I want voicemails.
How does this work?
Voicemails.
Voicemails?
Is it real? Voicemails.
All right. So Bobo's love for Christina has not ended. Obviously, he's still trying, and Christina's doing the right thing and making sure we got all the juicy audio for our radio show.
Yes.
So Bobo was calling Christina all weekend long. Once again, getting the big blow off. But he'll keep trying. This kid is he's a go-getter. So Bobo leaves Christina a typical creepy message. We start with this one today.
Hello, Christina. It's me, Bobo. Just wanted to let you know how everything was going. Call me back as soon as you get this message. I guess I'll hear from you later. Have a good day. Love you.
I love you.
Love you. Well, I
love you. I love you.
Love you.
God, what is
week? These messages were going on all week. I had to sift through approximately 15 minutes of voicemails to get to the meat of it. Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, it continues. Bobo gives Christina his home phone number.
Oh.
2:10 p.m. Eastern Time.
Hello, Christina. It's me, Bobo. I was wondering if you could call me on my home number. My home number is 718.
Oh God.
3.
Nice.
Don't give this message to anybody on the O&A staff. I don't want this phone number given out on the show. Thank you. Thank you. I'll speak to you later. Love you.
Did he say Bobo, Christina? This is Bobo?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, there's his embarrassing dick picture.
What is that?
It's his little penis.
Are you on here for the
His
penis?
weenie is so.
Has his ID been checked? Is he
scared.
over? Is he over 18?
Yo, yes.
He's like pushing 30.
I think he has the genitals of a 6-year-old. That doesn't look like an adult male.
Well, he's had urinary tract problems and had operations.
Oh, Bobo.
Stephen S. from Bayshore. The fact that Bobo said about himself to a woman at Riley's, and Stephen S. quotes Bobo, do you realize you're sitting next to a celebrity? That really made my night, Stephen.
Bobo said that?
Yes.
By himself?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bobo's very much a celebrity of himself. He likes to think of himself as a celebrity, yeah.
Now, Bobo was going to F.H. Riley, so he calls Christina to get her to F.H. Riley's.
Hello, Christina. It's me, Bobo. Just letting you know that offer is still on the table. If you want to stop by after your tournament, if I'm still around, if I want to check out, see if I'm still around, I'll be at F.H. Riley's. Be sure to look out for me. Also, if I'll let you know how it went. I'll be talking about it on my Twitter account as always. Hope to see you there. Not enjoy good luck in the tournament. I'm rooting for you. Have a good day. Love you.
This is just sad.
What was she in a fuck with the retard tournament? She wins.
I believe it was volleyball.
Oh.
It is sad, especially ending everyone with love you.
It really is
love
very
you,
sad.
I love you,
It is
boy.
sad.
Love you, boy.
Love you.
Bobo, Christina, Bobo. Who says their names first?
Bobo, Christina, Bobo.
Jim, Jim. Who says that?
No one. Bobo.
Ope.
Yeah.
What?
Jim,
Bobo.
Aunt Jim, what did he do? That's
Bobo.
all I want to do now is say
Yeah.
my name around
Yes. Well, Jim. He left another voicemail.
Oh, good.
Yeah, Bobo calls Christina from FH.
Okay.
Rumor has it he was intoxicated at this point.
Well, I don't know there, Sam. We are very, very strict on how much alcohol people...
Oh, good.
You know what it probably was?
Yeah.
He was just so joyful because
Thank you,
FH
Sam.
Riley's is such a fun place to be.
Now, that's smart.
Yeah.
Hello, Christina. I'm leaving you another wonderful message for the radio.
All right, listen.
Wow. Now
He's
listen
really
to him.
joyful. All right, he's very joyful, right,
Listen
Sam?
to him.
I've been to FH Riley's. It's one of the funnest places a person could go.
Well, it's because of the balloon animals that
Yes.
we make for all the customers. A lot of excitement. Cotton
Listen.
candy, free cotton candy.
Yes.
To the pleasure in his voice now. What a difference from that. Hi, it's Bobo, Christina, Bobo.
Hello, Christina. I'm leaving you another wonderful message for the radio on this phone, my friend's phone, because the shitty AT&T does not get any signals here. The offer is still on the table here. Right now, if you want to show up. Now, once again, good luck on the tournament.
Dude, you're still on the call.
Hello?
You've won. What a tool.
Wow.
Poor Bobo.
Still trying to get her to FH Riley.
Oh, yeah.
And then finally, Bobo calls Christina after the evening at FH.
Yeah, this is the ride home. I guess some listeners gave him a ride home.
Yeah.
Because you can hear him in the background. I think some listeners might have been coaxing him to do
to make the call, yeah.
Hello, Christina. It's me, Bobo. I'm on my way back home from F.H. Riley's. Just letting you know I had a great time. You missed a great time tonight.
Sure.
It was an awesome time. Opie was there, along with Pat from Menaki. Steve from Bayshore was there. Patty was there.
He was.
One of her friends was there. I forgot her name. Heather Height was there. She was doing a good. She showed up late though. Big A was there also.
Cares.
And who else was there? I'm trying to think who else was there. Brother Elmo was there. And I think Brett was Brother Brett was there. It was a great time. Wish you could have been there. Hope you kick butt in that tournament. I'll hear about it. I'll hear all about it Friday. I'll leave a couple, or you can let me know on Twitter. You know, I'm Mr. Med8 on Twitter. I'm in the works of posting pictures. As I said, I got a very crappy internet connection. I forget. If that computer did not belong to my mom, I would have wrecked that computer by now.
Holy
the way OB wrecks radio equipment. Have a good night. I love you. Ringer Wonder.
Oh, fuck.
God.
What a sad message.
And that's only a sample.
Oh yeah,
of
those
all
were the
voicemails.
that's the cream of the crop. But there were
you
at
call
least
her a lot?
You got one?
Very much. Yeah.
Do we got a voicemail from the motor inn where he's just hanging out by himself waiting?
No, that hasn't.
I'm
Still
here
keeping
at
the dream alive?
Queen's motor inn.
Still waiting.
Waiting for you.
All right. So obviously he gave out his number. So then, of course, you got to start prank calling the Bobo man.
Well, yes, Danny, Travis, and me spent a lot of time calling Bobo. This is just, again, a sampling. Some of are not even recorded, believe it or not. They're like the old Tonight shows. They get, lost.
Gone forever.
Actually, I think the majority of them aren't recorded. It's only after we did like 4 in a row. We're like, dude, we should get the recorder.
Yeah, record them.
Because Travis will just turn on the speakerphone and start dialing, and we'll just have to run to the phone because it's time to call Bobo again. But see if you could figure out the direction we were going in this week.
All right.
Hello.
Bobo, if your dick is so small, how does it smell so bad?
I have no idea. That's you not shaving it. That's why, which is being taken care of as we speak.
Yeah, but it's so small. Like, how does it smell so bad?
He hangs up on you?
Yeah, I mean, he knows it's us now, so we just call and.
I'm gonna run some guests by you. Tell me what you think, okay?
Okay.
What do you think about James Gandolfini?
Yeah, that'd be a good one for the show.
Yeah. What about Jerry Seinfeld?
Seinfeld, I'm shocked you guys would actually get him on the show over all these years, but I guess that'd be a good one.
How about Pierce Brosnan?
Pierce Brosnan, I guess if he's got a movie coming up that you guys are interested in seeing, yeah, that'd be a good one.
How about Smelly Cock Bobo?
Everybody.
He doesn't like that, does he?
No.
It's Homeless Bum Emporium.
Hey, Bobo, I got a serious question.
Wait, what did he say?
Homeless Bum Emporium.
Oh, okay.
It's Homeless Bum Emporium.
Hey, Bobo, I got a serious question, for real. Like, did you shave your cock hair yet?
I'm shaving it in section.
All right, well, do me a favor. For all the cock hair from now on that you shave, can you put it in like a bag and bring it in with you?
You want to bring it in? No problem.
Oh, one other thing.
Yeah.
Why is your cock so smelly?
Very funny.
And he's down the hall with the bag?
He's down the hall with a shopping bag full of pubes.
Jimmy's got to leave very soon, so we got to get to this.
Who's this?
This is Bobo, Daniel Bobo Curlin. This is Bobo's agent speaking.
Why do you have the same name as Bobo, Bobo's agent?
There's two people. Bobo is two people, Bobo and Daniel Curlin. And Daniel Curlin is his agent.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, we're looking to book somebody with a real smelly dick. Can you help us?
He laughed.
And then finally, we get tired of calling Bobo and call someone else.
Yeah, I think we dialed the wrong number on this
okay,
one.
Let's see what.
Hello?
Hey, Eric, quick question.
Yeah.
Why's your dick so smelly?
What was that?
Why's your dick so smelly?
I don't know.
What these guys do when we go home?
That was E-Rock in the office next door.
Just keep the channel alive all day long so you guys can do this on the air for everybody.
We could smell his dick from the other office.
Holy shit. That's very funny, man. Well, let's get Bobo in here. He's still staring at a picture of himself. He's got the bag of pubes, I guess.
There you go. Now it's 20 minutes down the hallway.
I know.
With his little legs.
Does he have little legs?
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Look at him run. Look at him.
He's a tiny-legged fool.
Listeners can't look at him run, but... Wow. That's as fast as he can
Ew,
run.
here's a bag. Is that pubes in it?
Yes.
Let's make E-Rock hold it.
Oh. Now he's just
Hi,
going to talk
Bobo.
over us.
He's the worst.
Here we go.
I couldn't stop laughing at those prank phone calls when they lived them the first time.
Hi, Bobo.
How's it going, Jimmy?
Good, buddy.
Hey, Bobo.
Doing all right?
I'm doing all right.
What do you think? What do you think about your Mets?
So yeah, I have to go to Atlanta.
My suggestion: just wear a 7 Train shirt in Atlanta.
Why?
I don't know. Just. Okay. I can't give him a good one, but in this bag is a little something that for E-Rock.
Where is he? Can we get E-Rock down here, Steve? Can you have E-Rock come down?
Try and buy the free soda. Might be over there.
Yeah.
He's grabbing it with his tongue like a fucking bullfrog. He snatches it right out of the machine with his leathery, dry tongue.
I think he's crying because he can't get trans fat in the tri-state area anymore.
All right.
Probably right.
I wasn't going to crash him.
It's okay.
It's accurate.
Fact
So,
than
Bobo,
funny,
you
but-
shaved all your pubes off?
I'm starting to shave them. I was
Starting?
What do you mean
cutting some
starting?
off yesterday. That razor hasn't arrived yet.
What are you specially ordering a razor? Hand that to him, please.
I'm ordering a separate electric razor to get.
So what did you shave it with, or
No,
what did you cut that off
I
with?
was just cutting some off with the tweezer.
Wait, what?
You were tweezing your pubes?
No way.
Yeah, I was cutting some off with the tweezer.
Wait.
You pull them out with a tweezer.
Do you mean a scissor?
Yeah, sort of like a scissor-like thing. I don't know what the heck you call those small scissors.
What? It's a tweezer or scissors? What is it?
I don't know. I got 2 pairs of those small scissors that you find in the bathroom.
How long is it? This is not a project like a community development project.
I'm trying. I don't know. I got 2 sets of scissors. One for removing cock hair. The other one is for removing nose hair.
Oh, yeah, we do notice you do have a lot of nose
So
hair.
what do you got in your hand right now?
Well, why don't E-Rock open the bag?
Or doesn't.
Oh, really?
Yeah, open the bag. Open it.
I just threw the bag at E-Rock.
And keep in mind, it's wrapped in layers.
Wrapped in layers?
Yeah.
What, like individual slices of cheese? Yeah.
No, the
Almost
layers of plastic
it
bag.
smells worse.
Have you seen Christina?
I saw her.
Yeah? Where?
I saw her right before she was headed to her show.
Did she say hi?
Yeah, she did.
And?
She was too busy to talk, though, right?
Yeah, she said she's talking to me after her show.
Oh, cool.
All right, and
in the bag is another bag.
What's wrong, E-Rock?
It's moving.
It's not moving.
It's the crabs in it. You don't have crabs, right, Bubba?
No, not that I know of. I think there'd only be crabs if I'd been laid.
You're right. Or bed bugs.
Another bag. What is this?
It's awful.
Wow.
It's a lot. Yeah, well, see,
what do you
as
mean it's a lot?
Damn. As you peel the layers back, you can start. It gets more and more transparent and opaque. So
how many
I
bags
can
did
now
he wrap
I can
it
now
in?
see pubes through the bag.
The psychopath. How many bags, E-Rock?
I'm up to 4
my
now.
God.
Oh, it's spilling out.
You're spilling it.
I'm just joking. How many bags? This is not a
What's
jewel.
wrong with you?
It's not the Hope Diamond.
Well, it's a bag, so I want to keep. I thought it'd be better off to keep it in layers.
That can't be all of it.
Let me see.
No, that's just a sample of it.
How much? Lift it up.
That's what you.
That's what all those fucking bags had.
You could have put it under your contact lens. It wouldn't have bothered you.
8 fucking hairs.
Let me see.
Oh, get the yeah.
Ew.
Oh God.
$10 to throw it
It's like
on
a
Ant.
little hairball.
Oh.
Little hairball.
Ew, it is. It's like
I don't have a good razor that can cut off more of it.
Buy a razor. Buy a Mach 3, you
that's
psycho.
exactly what I was thinking, Danny. Those Russian fucking figurines that one fits in another, only full of pubes.
Pubic hair.
How much do you have left, Bobo, on your little weenie?
Bobo, can we glue the hair on your face?
No.
Why?
Now, wait a minute. Why did you shave your face? Because your girlfriend
someone
said,
tried. my sister shaved off half of it in my sleep. She just put my iPod on full blast, and I woke up and I noticed half my mustache was missing.
Wait, you didn't notice the music prevented you from feeling your face being shaved?
No, she did it before the music.
Holy shit.
What the hell?
You're a gem.
How did you not know it was happening?
I'm a deep sleeper sometimes.
You could have hair removed from your face while you're sleeping?
Can shave you?
Well, I was dead tired from watching Planet of the Apes the night before.
Okay, I got a great joke.
Yep.
Sorry.
So why were you so tired from watching it?
It must be why I'm tired today.
I stayed up. I was up late watching
All
it.
right.
I was typing up some emails.
Yeah.
Then I watched the movie, and I freaking get asked for everything to deal with this dog problem. The dog kept barking.
It's random ideas and
What
words
dog problem?
that come out of his mouth.
No, my sister's
They're just
dog.
Random...
She'll bark sometimes because my
sister,
uncle.
You call a dog?
No, my sister's dog.
Oh.
All right, so your sister wants the neighbor's dog to stop barking. Why?
No, it was her dog.
All right, whose dog? The neighbor?
No, my sister's.
Okay.
She's got a 1-year-old beagle.
Oh, they don't bark much.
Yeah, but actually, this one doesn't bark. It
No,
howls.
see, that's what I meant. They really bark a lot.
It does bark, right? He's saying it doesn't.
It howls like a werewolf. It goes like.
All right, listen.
That clip will never make it anywhere.
No. We're losing Jimmy because he's got to fly to Atlanta. So could you at least...
And his arms are killing him.
Could you at least show...
Not on a plane.
Oh.
Can you at least show Jimmy what you've done so far?
Thanks,
to
Hope.
clean up the area.
Yeah.
Well, you weren't here last week when we all saw the horrific mess, and we're giving him tips, Jimmy, so he gets the girl in the end. This is Christina.
I don't have a good enough razor for this.
I got it. Let me just see.
So
I'll need an
maybe you see
explanation.
parts of this.
All right, just whip it out. I'm fine. Look good.
He gets very bothered showing.
Why? Who cares? It's a bunch of guys laughing at it.
Doing this.
Why? That's an excellent job of shaving.
You see what's been removed?
Nothing.
Where?
No, you see
It's your penis. No, you don't have to be shy. Hold on a second. Because I was talking to Christine before. I was kind of hoping that she would stop by, but I don't know. Would you want to stand there like with her standing here?
Would you like her to see your naked schlong?
Well, she wants to see the before picture.
Yeah, because he's getting it all nice for her, Jimmy.
Oh,
trying
my
to
God.
remove it. That's the before picture.
What do you think? Like, do you think about like having sex with her and like feeling her tits and stuff?
Yep.
No, you don't. I'm trying to look. I didn't see it.
So you think about like what? Putting your mouth on her tits?
Yeah.
And do you think about her ass?
Yeah.
So you think about like rubbing it? And what about showering? Getting her all soapy, right? And just lathering her up?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Dude, he just fucking...
You think about lathering her up? She has big boobs, doesn't she?
She does.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
It does.
Oh my God.
It does. It does. Oh my God.
Would you ever lick her boobs if you could?
Yeah, I could.
Keep going, Jimmy. Keep going.
She has big breasts. What size do you think they are? Like C's?
I have no idea what side, but I know they're
Imagine
not
if it
too.
was that
They're not
easy.
too big.
Oh,
they're just the
shit.
right
Remember those
size.
days?
Sure do. What was that?
Oh, yeah. I bet they would feel really good in the shower, wouldn't they?
Oh.
Yeah, I would.
Bobo, imagine what it would feel like the first time she touched your balls and your penis.
Would you let her wash your penis in the shower?
I think I am trying to get the smell. Do you have any idea how hard it is to get the smell out?
The smell of what?
No, the
Oh my God.
But would you let her soap it up with penis in the shower with soap?
Yeah, I
This is so
would.
fucked up. Yeah,
would.
you would let her soap it up,
Yeah,
and she would kind of like pull on it and soap it up,
Yeah, I would.
and you would be rubbing her ass at the same time.
Yeah, I would.
And what if she like said, go ahead, you could, if she wanted to rub her butt on you a little bit, would you let her?
Heck yeah, of course.
When she backed up, like she backed her ass up right into your dick, and just
back
started
it.
rubbing her ass on her, all
Back
soapy
that ass, back that ass.
up.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. It's that
Ring
easy?
around the
Hit the reverse.
What are you thinking about right now, Bobo?
Oh, that's what you're saying. You're putting his image in my head.
All right. Well, anyway, what about the Mets? What do you think their problem is this season?
Yeah, the Mets are not doing very
Too
well
many
at all.
injured players.
You think it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At this rate, we need a 10-game winning streak.
Oh boy, that's going to be a problem, right?
Yes, definitely.
Something right before the injured guys come back
Yeah.
and they start winning ball games.
How do they lose against the worst team in baseball though? Twice. in a
Not
row
scoring
like that?
enough runs.
Yeah.
Not scoring enough runs. A bunch of guys that are normally sitting on the bench at mostly pinch hit. They always seem to get their big hits when they're pinch hit.
Are you a Yankee fan? Do you want to see the Yankees doing well or no?
All I can say is I don't.
He's losing.
I'm not a Yankee fan, but I don't usually root for them.
Right.
I just don't usually say anything. I don't even
give it a little bit more because I want to know more about this Yankee thing.
So the Yankees,
Magic League Sun got in trouble too.
What I have been known to do is that every time the Yankees win the World Series, what I do is I buy the hat and the shirt for my uncle.
Okay.
Really?
Fair enough.
Yeah,
the one that works at the motel?
No. The one that's the deputy sheriff in Florida.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think I mentioned it before.
I thought it was the guy that owned the motel that you wanted to take Christine to.
He doesn't own the motel.
He just works there.
You see him at the front.
Or
He's at the he's at the front desk.
I thought it was that one, the motoring that you wanted to take Christine to.
No.
What would you do with her there at the motel? Lay her on the bed? Lay her on the bed, and then, like, as she lifts her hips up, you slowly pull the panties off and see her pussy for the first time, right?
Yeah.
What would that be like, right?
Oh yeah, I'd dive in.
Would you?
I'd dive in and I'd go up and I'd let her just shove it right in.
Time for another sound effect.
Let her shove it right in.
He's the boner kid.
Wow.
What
Unfucking believable.
You gotta be kidding me.
It's doing push-ups.
The worst thing I've ever seen.
It is the worst. It is an atrocity.
I just hope
It's an
what they say
abomination.
actually happens when they say that this is a powerful boner. I hope she thinks it's a powerful one.
We never said it was a powerful boner.
Can you imagine if she kissed it? That'd probably be too much.
Wow.
Well,
what about that, Bobo?
She probably kisses it like wet kisses and stuff.
If she did that,
yeah.
Bobo, what if she was topless in front of you, and then and then she
kneels
went to
down
town on
and
that.
Starts kissing it.
Oh, she could do it all she wants, baby.
Yeah.
Don't call me baby.
No, I'm talking to Christina.
Oh.
That's just saying what I say to Christina.
Oh, okay.
It's just hope my plane hits a mountain.
Well, I can tell you, I can tell you, if she was on a plane with me, I think I'd probably have a full membership to the Mile High Club.
Oh,
hey,
wow.
Hey.
Yeah. The
I'm saying
2.5 inch high club.
Yeah, but I'm trying.
You want to get to 8, right?
She told me about enlargement pills.
Yes.
And she knows the ones that work.
They're not actually enlargement pills. They just shrink the rest of you.
No. I want to find the ones that work. I want to get it bigger. I want to get it to at least 8 inches.
Have you pictured being inside her yet? And what that would feel like?
Wow.
What would that feel like,
great.
Bobo?
How long do you think you'd last with
what
her?
would that feel like?
Just pumping it in and out, right?
I don't know. I try to last as long as I could.
Yeah, but how long do you think you would?
No, I think I go the extra mile. I try to go for an hour and a half.
An hour and a half.
And she asked for more. I think I could get more.
Would you pump her really good?
Yeah.
And suck her boobs?
Yeah.
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 Reach, grab her hips.
Yeah.
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 Jesus Christ.
It's got some swollen mushroom head.
Holy shit.
What the?
You got a NASCAR hat? What is that?
Yeah.
You
that's
like
what
NASCAR?
Oh, NASCAR
Yeah.
rules.
Who's your favorite driver?
Jeff Gordon.
Jeff
Obviously.
Gordon, why? Like,
Let's
what's so
just say
big
the
about
first race he
what's so
won.
special about Jeff Gordon?
Let's just say the way he won that race, coming from behind, almost falling a lap down.
What race?
1997 Daytona 500.
Oh, that was a while ago.
And that pass he pulled off,
Yeah.
the way he was able to pull that pass and not even get caught in the wreck as I don't know, the wind or something
Right.
of his car. Just I think
Yep.
I think it caused Dale Earnhart to flip.
Yeah. I remember that one. What do you think of the driver, Dick Trickle?
All I know is
remember him? You don't remember Dick Trickle, the driver?
I remember the name, but I don't remember.
Yeah.
I hardly remember a top 5 finish.
What about like the old days? Daryl Waltrip.
Yeah, I've watched some of his footage on YouTube.
Oh, you have?
Yeah. Favorite NASCAR announcer, by the way. It's my favorite NASCAR announcer, by the way.
Is it?
Sure.
Yeah.
Dan, you got something to show maybe, Bobo? Maybe some NASCAR or something?
Well, is Bobo a fan of Danica Patrick, perhaps?
She's freaking hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, you like Danica Patrick?
Yeah.
There she is right there, Bobo.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I'm telling
wow.
you. She probably...
Look at that ass.
Damn, man.
I don't know how she fits into an Indy car that feels like a sardine can.
Imagine being squished in there with her, though, and that little butt pressing against your crotch.
Yeah.
A sardine can.
Yeah.
Well, really, it is. There was
What kind of can is she in? I can't hear you.
No, I said that Indy car feels like a sardine can.
Oh, my God.
I once took a photo in one, by the way.
A sardine can.
Private weapon's name is Sarlene, sir.
I took a photo.
You have a small dick.
Of course, I wouldn't mind if she helped me pull out. But then I'd love to pull back in.
Sound effect time.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Just a boner kid.
Wasn't I supposed to do this in sweatpants?
Look at that picture.
Wow, look at her
that.
ass.
Oh my God!
I
what
practically
would
have
you
to
do to that ass.
Look at those
Bobo?
legs.
Oh, I tell you, I think maybe I'd go 200 on her.
Yeah.
200?
What do you mean?
What does that mean?
Literally feel like 200.
Really?
No, you know what I mean.
No, I don't.
No, I'd ram her at 200.
You'd ram her at 200.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
No. I'd ram her as fast as I'd go on the LAE if I feel like speeding.
Thought you were going to give her 8 times your IQ.
No.
Dan, you want to show him something maybe a little...
I know it's low.
It's not good.
It's not.
As opposed to high?
Jimmy, is this unbelievable?
It's horrendous. It's like fucking...
Wow.
Down,
Yeah.
Depending on what we're
Oh,
talking
wow.
about.
Imagine
Looking
doing
at a hot
that.
dog that a dog is eating half of.
That's what John Wayne Bobbitt saw when he woke up. Oh.
All right, guys, I have to...
What? You're going to...
Yeah, I hate to walk out and
Yeah,
do this fucking radio gem, but... Wow.
Oh, Jimmy.
Yeah?
I'm
Wow.
glad I saw something, but thank
Who's
you.
that? Wow, that chick is getting fucked.
Wow, Bobo, take a look at that as we get Bobby Lee in
Imagine
there.
doing
Bobby Lee's
that.
going to be at Caroline's. He wants to come in and say hi.
You've never done that before, Bobo?
No, I'm
you know what
gonna
that
do
feels
that.
like? Look at that.
Oh, that feels good. I want to do that to Christina.
Yeah, think about doing that to Christina.
Yeah, go ahead. Give
I
it
want
a
to do
good
that
look.
to Christina.
Yeah? Oh, my God, look at that now.
Do what? Take a look so you get,
Oh, I want to do that to her.
So you do it right there. Look at that.
Oh, my God. Imagine that was her and that guy was you.
Take care, guys. I'll see you Monday morning. Woof.
That is
Somehow
evil.
we're trying to wake me up.
See you soon. Are you looking at the screen there, Bobo?
Somehow try to wake me up. I'm talking about pumping Viagra into my coffee.
No, really?
I'm talking about waking me up, handing me a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Fucking balloon hands. That's what he's just,
Bobo, look.
he's just rambling in a closet.
Girls like it that way, so study this.
Wow.
Study this video, will you?
Oh, yeah.
She's fucking hot.
And get Bobby Lee in here.
I'm getting a boner.
What do you think, Bobo? Take a
totally
look.
fine.
Tell the audience what they're... what are you doing, Bobo? Bobo, no. Bobo. Tell the audience what you're looking at.
I'm looking at a girl getting fucked in the ass hard.
That's
She's,
not her ass.
Bobo,
Or
let's
getting
fill you in
fucked
so
in
you
the
don't
pussy.
hurt
Or I think it's
anyone.
a pussy.
That is not her ass.
That's a pussy.
Yeah. No?
Well, I'm sorry about that.
Oh my God! What?
I'm sorry about that. That was the Bobo bit.
Oh my God!
No, Bobo.
Oh my God!
Bobo.
I didn't want to embarrass Bobby Lee. The funny.
Bobo.
But how are you hard?
Bobo.
Didn't we meet out there?
Wait a minute.
We
Bobo.
met out there, right?
Hold on, Bobo.
I was talking about the funniest.
Bobo, Jimmy, he's just replacing Jimmy for the last hour. So come on, we're in the middle of a bit.
Hey, well, I didn't want to creep out Bobby Lee.
Bobby's
Well, just do it. I already saw all of it.
Yeah, it's cool.
By the way, it's bigger than mine, so do it.
Aw.
Oh, I think that would be obvious.
Why? Why, dude? Why?
Why?
Because I'm Asian? Is that why?
No, because I heard rumors on somewhere on some gossip site.
That my penis was small? Which one, dude? Seriously, dude. Is that why I'm not getting laid? Tell me.
No, because I'm guessing maybe it's above average.
Oh yeah, it's above average. Thank you very much. So
All
for Asians, that's good.
And,
Yeah, I know.
And why
Yeah.
did you say you think yours is bigger?
Yeah.
I don't know, because he thinks I'm bigger, because maybe there's something wrong with his size.
Boy, his excuses stink.
Or
like
maybe he was jealous of my size.
Bobo, we're in the middle of a bit, though. You're ruining the bit.
Bobo. Yeah.
All right, I'm getting douche chills from this one.
Yeah, so are we.
Why? You don't like Bobby Lee?
No, but I get douche chills every
Look
time.
at me while you do it.
Oh, no.
Just look at me.
Oh, the little string. Does he have the?
Oh no! I can only
wet.
I can only gain one side. I can only gain half one eye.
It's like it's been the nom or something. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like John McCain. That's John McCain.
It's John. Holy shit!
What is the red swelling?
No, that's from
No, I don't know.
That's from a stiffy.
Oh, from a stiffy. I get those all the time. I don't get red bumps.
Yeah, what is that?
Yeah, what is that?
I don't know. It gets like that thanks to all the freaking operations.
You're not looking at Bobby. Look at Bobby.
Just look at me. Look at my eyes.
Whoever freaking messed up that operation.
Yeah.
Whoever messed it up that operation.
Dr. Mengele.
Yeah, Mengele. Yeah.
Well, I don't know who the heck messed it up.
out of the rest of his dick.
But 48 operations caused me. This problem caused me not that lack in size.
Evil Knievel didn't need 48 operations.
Yeah.
And your dick, by the way, looks like him after the Caesar's Palace script.
Sound effect time.
Yeah.
Now that he's mad at the doctor.
I know.
Now it's...
Is that hard right now or no?
No,
it's not.
No, he perpetually sticks out like that.
This is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Well,
I walked into that.
Should we go?
Yeah, you really did.
Yeah.
You literally almost
I
walked
walked
into his
into
dick.
it.
Now, Bobby,
Yes.
he's got this girl Christina that he's really into, right,
Yeah.
Bobo?
Really into
Yeah.
this girl, Christine.
Think about Christina naked with those big, heavy breasts of hers, the nice ass, right?
Kisses your neck.
She's cute, right?
She's cute,
Oh,
right?
she's freaking hot. She's
See?
Got a nice body on her.
freaking hot. The hottest thing in Brooklyn.
Got a nice body on her, right?
The hottest thing in Brooklyn, damn
Bobby,
it.
you see any
I
changes?
freaking want to cross the Manhattan Bridge right now.
Oh, what would you do?
I want to cross the Manhattan Bridge. No. I think I might go down the Holland Lincoln. I might go down the Holland Lincoln Tunnel.
Oh my God!
I might go down the Holland Lincoln Tunnel with this.
We should run them out to parties. I'm telling you,
Parties.
who wouldn't want to sit around and drink and watch
Bachelorette parties.
Right.
It looks
Bobby.
like Ed Gein or something, man. It's awful.
It's fucking. How amazing! It's that easy though.
Buffalo Bill
it's
in the woman's suit.
This is why I'm trying to get.
Oh my God.
It's a rager now. Now, Bobby Lee.
Yeah,
watch
what's
this.
it- no, what-
It's
what?
a rager.
It's a rager. He's
It's
got
a rager.
Now
Oh,
watch
my
though.
God.
Hey, Bobo, you also, besides Christina, you're a big fan of the Mets. Bobby
Yeah.
Lee just walked in. He's a big baseball fan. Talk about the Mets with Bobby Lee.
I'm a little bit
Tell him what
upset.
their problem is.
What's the problem with the Mets?
Too many injured players. Too many injured players at the same time. You could do good with one guy injured, but
Right.
not everybody.
They can't all be out on the
Yeah.
DL, right?
Right.
Yeah, everybody's freaking on the DL, it feels like. Everybody's on the DL except for D, right?
But you know what, Bobo, you're very smart when it comes to Mets and baseball. What do they need to do to get turn the whole thing around? They still got a shot.
I'm back from
An outside
injuries and
shot,
somehow get another pitcher,
Like who?
preferably
Like who?
Matt Holliday.
Matt Holliday. A lot
Yeah,
of people
what's-
say Matt Holliday
good
would be,
about him?
would be the cure for the Mets.
What's his
problem.
pitch? What's his forte?
I've only heard about him because you don't see him a lot.
No.
The thing is, I would have to know somebody who's watched the Yankees a lot because they're in the Yankees division. So
Yeah.
No, he's
So
back
they
to a
could
Rosenberg.
scout,
now he's back to a Rosenberg.
Rosenberg.
I need to ask somebody who's watched,
Thumbelina.
who seems to.
See, Bobby?
Who seems to have
Now
who
it's
seems
just
to have the
disappearing.
DS
Disappearing,
network
wow.
as their
Yeah.
turn-on channel?
Just disappeared.
It's magic. It's actually like magic.
Really is magic.
Watch how easy the other way.
Of course, me though
Now-
on Time Warner Cable, you turn on the TV. SNY is the channel that comes on when you turn it on the TV.
All right, look.
It's just about God.
Let's think about
Christina, because
Christina.
she's going to be
Yeah.
off work in about an
Christina
hour. God
is going to
damn.
be off. You going out with her?
No, there ain't anything scheduled. I've been trying to tell her.
Would you like to see her shower?
Oh my God!
Yeah,
hot
I would
would
love
that
to
It's
see.
wet, right?
Imagine her
Moist
showering.
from head to toe.
Oh,
I would love to see her.
She drops
shower.
the soap. She bends over to pick it up.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
You'd look right up there.
She locks eyes with you.
and ask me to go get it.
Yeah.
Ask me to go
yeah.
get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ask me to go get
Yeah.
it.
That's right.
Come on.
Lather
You
her
know you
up.
want
Lather
it,
it up.
Christina.
Yeah.
You know you want it. know you want it. You know you want it.
Holy shit.
Oh, my God.
It's magic.
It is magic.
There's a picture
Look
of
at that
Christina
thing.
right there on the screen for you.
Yeah, that's
Look
a
at that.
picture. That looks like I created a nice headshot from a picture I took with her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like your dick took a headshot from Lee
Oh,
Harvey
my
Oswald.
God.
Yeah, but the thing is, I need freaking enlargement pills. I need something to make it bigger.
You need a dermatologist is what you need.
Yeah.
What is that?
Yeah, the last thing that thing should be is big.
Yeah.
It would be really frightening. It's
I
like
think it's
fucking
how it
Cloverfield.
feels. I think it's how it feels. That's the big part.
You got to use Proactive, I think.
Yeah, it needs
I've been trying to cure this.
P. Dicky.
What is wrong with it, though?
I don't. The operations.
The operations, okay.
Don't talk about the operations.
Okay.
It makes him very upset.
Makes up, sorry.
What's wrong with you, Bobby?
What they fucking operate with a chainsaw? What's with
I
the
don't
fucking?
know what they did, but you can see the freaking scars.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all
You
over
see
the
like
place.
scars here.
Where's the actual hole at? I can't see the hole. Right there. Okay, yeah, there it is. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
You have an idea how many times it's closed up from whatever the heck it is because of my condition? It's closed up. There have been problems. It's closed up.
Oh boy, it's
I've even had painful urination.
Oh my God, it's weird though.
Very painful.
I'm playing the Carolines tonight.
Yeah.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Bobby Lee
Carolines.
will be at Carolines. All right,
Oh,
Bobo.
my God. Bobo.
I practically sat on a toilet.
Practically.
No. I spent long hours on a toilet trying to get that painful pee out. It was such a painful. I had to be rushed to Columbia Presbyterian.
Really?
I don't even think it's called that anymore.
Still called P.
Yeah.
No, I heard it's called. I think it's called New York Presbyterian now.
All right.
At least that's what I heard.
Doesn't really matter, does it?
Yeah.
When you can't piss,
Or
you
whatever
don't
it
care what
is.
the fuck the name of the place is. It's
It's
called
the-
the Open My Piss Hole Hospital. Please.
Whatever it's the scariest sight to have to walk into that building because I know I'm gonna have to go through another operation possibly, and I'm gonna wake up in deep pain from probably having to once again open up a pee hole.
It's like an earring that closes up, an earring hole, right?
I'm just glad it's been
All right.
ages
Or not.
since I've had to since they've had to remove a catheter, which is the most painful experience. I hate that. I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate it. It's so painful. And I heard and I read in the newspaper it's the cause of urinary infections.
Ah.
So they're trying to phase that out. I heard.
Yeah, they're trying to phase it out. It doesn't
Wow.
work. It doesn't work.
Now they realize it. Now they should have realized that in the 1980s.
Dude, even
Yeah.
just a picture of
Should
her.
realize
gets it
Wang
going.
Chung sucked too, but
Now he's looking at a picture of Christina. And it
All-
went
all
right
I know is
back
that-
into position.
I swear, if I had a DeLorean right now, I would love to see how. I have a weird feeling I'd probably make it big as an '80s pop star if I spent a month in 1985. A month in 1985.
Sure.
1 month.
Bobby,
you
you
mean
wanna-
1 month?
Yeah, this is weird, dude.
Michael J. Fox did it in like a day.
You want to give this a try, Bobby?
For a week.
Just talk to him about Christina. Watch
I
what
need a
happens.
long enough amount of time in
Listen to Bobby Lee.
1985.
Listen to Bobby Lee. Enough with the DeLorean.
Yeah. Christina calls you, right? Says to pick her up, right? You pick her up, right?
If she
she's wearing a
called
mini
me-
skirt, listen, she's wearing a mini skirt, right? You see her legs, okay? And you see a little bit of her pubes through the skirt, right?
Yeah.
And she goes, "You want some of this?" And she lifts up her skirt, right? And then you see the whole thing, right? It's very tight, tighter than you ever thought. Wow. Okay? And it's glistening, like it's moist, right? She goes, "Touch it," right?
Yeah.
So you stick your 2 fingers inside it. It's tight, very moist. And she looks at you. She's almost crying. Like it feels so good, you know?
Yeah.
And then she goes, "Let's do it in the back seat. No condom. No condom. You don't know if you can last, right? So you stick it in, right? And you're about to come, but you know you concentrate because you want to satisfy her." And she goes, "It's the biggest thing I've ever felt," right? You start stroking. It's the greatest sensation you've ever felt in your life. It's beyond your wildest dreams, right? You grab her ass. Her ass is so soft, right? So soft. And you can feel little hairs on her ass. You know what I mean? The invisible kind. You know, the kind that you see the sun when they're laying out, right? And you're pumping away, right? And she comes first. And you know what? It gets even more moist when she does it, right? It's her pussy juice is running down your leg, right? You feel like a master dog, right? And then you slowly nut. This is weird, guys. This is really weird, dude. I felt bad doing that.
He's about ready to.
Is it? Yeah.
Without even touching himself.
Oh
he's about ready to.
Oh my God. Just keep going. Keep going. Keep going. I'm about to come. I'm about to come. Oh.
Oh, wow. Look at the picture.
He's just staring.
She stops for a while and she wants to suck your dick. She stops, she starts sucking your dick. She sucks your dick and now to the balls, right?
Danny, just put a window with her face in it over the top of a naked girl picture. She looks like Miss Giant Head.
Where's the better picture? You got to use a better picture.
Yeah.
He's getting picky now.
You gotta see, if you got to superimpose your face,
I didn't know this
you
shit
gotta
had
do a
Asian
better
girl's
job,
body.
like those fake celebrity photos.
Jesus.
Do you do that at home? Do you Photoshop her face?
I was going to say, if this comedy thing doesn't work out for Bobby Lee, you could,
Story time.
right,
Yeah.
you could do
Kids
story
gather
time.
around.
That's bad. Okay, now we got
we got it.
sizes.
Now we
Here
got
we
it.
go.
Look at that. Now, wow. Look at that.
What do you think, right, Bobo?
Bobo.
It just makes
Harder.
noises.
Harder.
Imagine slipping it right in there, Bobo. Look at the picture. Look at the picture.
She shaved just for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's so soft. You never felt anything more soft. It's like pure silk, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Slowly
She gently kisses you.
Oh,
She sticks a
man,
tongue in your mouth.
I wish
Yeah.
I wish there was a porn star here right now to just really put the image in my head.
Yeah.
A hot porn star.
Ron Jeremy?
No, female
Oh.
porn star.
Okay, sorry.
Two ladies, possibly the ones that booby squashed me.
Booby squash.
Yeah, the
Someone
ones
peeking in. Who's peering?
UFC? What's going
Who's leering?
A bunch of people are peeking in.
There's a curtain there for a reason.
And because of Bobby Lee, there's a bunch of people that have joined the Bobo Boner Club.
Please don't tell me.
Mostly truck drivers out there.
Oh my God.
Kind of lonely out there to
Don't
begin
tell
with.
me there's people peeking in.
No,
they're not
wouldn't do
peeking
that.
in, man.
No,
they're not peeking in.
No, but you're peeking at
Yeah.
Christina.
Yeah.
She left her.
You're peaking at 2.5.
Yeah.
I wish I had it bigger.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
who doesn't, right?
Yeah. I've been upset that when I realized it was 3.5 inches, I knew it wasn't big enough.
Wow.
What I wouldn't give to have a bigger cock. Even if it's just for 1 year.
Yeah.
Even if it's just for one night.
Have you tried Extense? Does that work?
What, the pill?
Yeah, the pill.
Well, that's a good picture right
I
there.
would love you to do a bit. Just make me try it. Keep trying it. Keep tracking the progress.
Yeah.
Look at that, Bobo, right?
That looks just like her.
Looks
huh?
just
That's
like her.
very
Oh,
similar,
that one
right?
looks similar to her.
Body type.
Yeah, that looks similar, huh?
Oh, yeah. Though I can imagine her boobs would probably be much bigger, though.
Really? Well, her arms are up.
You like those big boobs, huh?
Oh, I've seen the picture. I'm telling you,
What?
that water in Brooklyn, I think it's a different reservoir than the one that supplies the water into Queens. I know there's 3 reservoirs: the
There's-
Delaware, the Catskills,
And
and
the small dick reservoir that you drank from.
and what's the name of the third one in the state of New York? Could someone get that information?
No.
Where the heck is Stunt Brain when you really need him?
No, we can't get that info.
Oh.
We don't need that info.
Oh, wow.
Well, I need to know, but which one supplies the water to Brooklyn? Could somebody tell me that one?
The never sink.
It's the one you swim in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to know which one supplies the water in Brooklyn. By the way, if Christina hears this, I hope she knows that there's a pool at the backyard of my house. You could hop over the fence.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then what?
Then what happens?
Over the fence. One of these days, my mother's away, and my grandmother ain't, and no one's else in town.
Yeah, and then what happens?
Probably except for my freaking uncle.
Bobby, you
Uncle
wanna walk
Ray.
Who cares who's
probably-
in town, all right?
No, probably the only other
who
one would be
cares?
the
She
one
hops
hanging out in
over,
the
what
basement.
happens?
What happens?
Get to
oh,
the
my
point.
God. Look at that.
Hemingway.
Oh, Bobo, look at that.
Well, what happens
Yeah,
is
Look what we
My-
found for you.
I just keep hearing my Uncle Ray calling on his cell phone, and it ain't. And I
He's
ain't
out of
picking up.
town. All right, they're all out of town. What happens?
Well, I'm hoping someone calls on my cell phone and says, "Pipe down."
Yeah, they're not in town, dude. They don't have cell phones. They're in.
Pipe down.
They're in Russia. They're all in Russia. She hops over the fence. Tell me what happens.
Oh, she hops over the fence.
Yes.
Yeah, we're over the
She
fence.
just starts heading into the pool.
Yeah.
And
What is she
she's-
wearing?
No, I hope she does the Phoebe Cates thing.
Oh, she does do it.
Yeah, I want to see her do that.
Yeah.
I
She's on
wanna
a
see-
diving board then, right? She's on a diving board?
Well, there's no diving
Oh,
board.
forget it. Like,
It's one
if
of
you
those
had
above-
one. If you did have one.
Yeah, it'd be neat.
Yeah.
That's if it was Uncle Mike's pool.
Oh, yeah.
She would do the Phoebe Cates thing.
Yeah.
Smash your head like a gremlin.
Now, I would love to see that. Uncle Mike's pool. She comes out. She pops out. Starts
Yeah.
going up to me.
Yeah.
Starts pulling off the top.
Yeah.
Keep
You
going.
know.
Walk us
She
through it.
starts going at it. She starts pulling me into the pool.
Yeah.
Then she just goes right at me.
What does she do?
Goes right. She just.
Doesn't anyone
She
fucking
just
knock
rams
anymore?
herself on me. She just rams herself on me.
Yeah.
And just making me keep going.
Sure. How does
Right.
it feel?
She says she's going as long as she wants to go. She ain't stopping. She ain't stopping till she gets the big payoff.
Yeah.
What's the big payoff?
Some other guy coming in the room.
No, she's talking about me just really
Oh.
getting it in her.
Yeah.
Like really, she wants to double come at the same time.
Sure.
Double cum.
Double cum. I love that.
The
She-
same
she-
time.
she
Isn't
starts
that the
to-
best when you
Yeah.
double cum at the
Yeah.
same time?
I like grape flavored double cum.
Double cum. It's so good.
So delicious.
Flavor
just
lasts
wants
a long, long time.
She wants it. She
Yeah.
puts the
What does she
bump-
want?
She's
Acne
just,
on her vagina?
No,
What does she want?
she just shoves the bumpiest condom she could find on me.
What?
Because she wants extra bumps.
Oh, European
smooth-
condoms, the bumpy kind.
A smooth one on your dick would turn into a bumpy condom.
No, she wants the bumpiest. She wants
You got
extra
built-in
bumpy.
fucking bumps. Your dick is ripped for her pleasure.
Yeah, it's just she wants extra bumps.
Oh, extra bumps.
Extra bumps.
She wants more
Yeah.
extra bumps.
Yeah.
That's good.
I'm
It's called
talking about
herpes.
that. I'm talking about that.
Yeah.
And then after the pool, she drags me into her car.
Yeah, she drags.
Just told me he's
No,
leaking.
no, she pulls me into her car. She says, "You're heading somewhere with me, Bobo. You're heading somewhere with me.
Yeah.
You're going to. I'm taking you somewhere. I'm taking you to a nice hotel in Brooklyn." She takes me. She just starts pushing me onto the bed and says,
Oh.
"You're on. I'm going." She just starts going right on me.
Yeah.
She just starts going right on me.
Someone's suggesting you just wrap the that those candy dots on the paper. Just wrap that around your dick. God. Holy shit.
Oh my god.
Oh God.
Oh my god. It's crying. It's crying.
She just wants me to jizz right on her.
Oh, it's so sad.
She wants you to jizz.
What happened?
Oh my god.
What happened?
Oh my god.
What just happened?
It looks
Oh
like
my god.
It looks like a rabid python.
What's happening?
What is happening there?
Bobo, what's
What,
happening?
Bobo,
What's
happening?
going on? Describe what's
Yeah,
going
yeah,
on
yeah.
over there.
No one, Bobo has not touched anything.
No,
Yeah.
Bubba, what's
Bubba, what's
happening
going on over there?
What's happening there?
It just seeps out.
Holy shit!
I
What?
was supposed to wear the famous sweatpants.
Yeah.
What just? Oh God damn it!
Yeah, yeah.
What just seeps out?
What seeps
Bubba?
out, Bubba?
I don't know. I think I see the Prius creeping out.
Yeah, yeah.
The what?
The Prius.
A Prius came out of your
It's a
dick?
Prius
An
came out.
electric car?
Well, no,
Pre.
a
Oh,
lot
God.
of pre.
That's more solid than liquid, I think.
Yeah,
Because that
what
thing
is
just
it?
wrapped around your thing.
Yeah.
Well,
It's pre-concrete.
Yeah.
All right, where were we?
Elmer's glue. It's Elmer's glue. Oh my
it's
god.
This is
Unbelievable.
horrific.
Horrific.
Where are we at, Bobo? What? So
it's just it just comes in our own.
What just happened to your
Turn
voice?
into Neil Diamond for a second.
What
Just-
happened to your voice?
I don't know how long we could hold this.
hold what?
No, the stiffy.
What do you mean?
You
What
want,
will happen?
you want it to go down?
Bobby,
Yeah, but
Bobby, talk to me. a
I
little
need
bit.
to. I need to wipe it off.
Bobby, pump up the pool story.
Listen.
for Bobo.
Listen to
Please.
me.
The pool
She's-
story. She starts pull. She's just
Wow.
going right hard at me.
Yeah.
She's going hard at me.
Yeah.
And for some reason, she just does. It just makes me go pussy diving.
Yeah.
I'm talking about diving.
Watch the video too.
I'm talking about going to the deep end of the pool.
Yeah, you
Oh.
have two fingers in her, dude. Right? And you're licking her clitoris. And she
Oh.
loves it. She loves it.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
she
yeah, yeah. She loves it. She goes, "Don't
wants me to
stop.
serve
Keep
it.
doing it."
She wants me to service. She says, "Service my clitoris."
Yeah, service it.
Yeah. Linger longer.
And her clitoris is pink.
And she said, "Service my clitoris. Linger longer."
Linger longer, yeah.
I heard it. Wasn't
Yeah.
funny the
She
first
wants
time.
me to linger.
It's a tragedy.
You want me to linger
It's like a Cranberry song, I think.
She wants me to linger longer.
By the way, Danny found a video that I'm ready to jerk off to.
I know,
swear to
me
God,
too.
Danny
I'm
found
getting
one
hard.
of the hottest fucking
I know.
girl-on-girl
Oh, my
videos
God.
ever.
Ever. Oh, my gosh.
She wants
Holy
me to
shit.
work for that inno.
Yeah, keep
Shut
going.
up, shut up, Bobo. I'm jerking off over here.
Who
You're not the
wouldn't?
only one jerking off.
God
Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't?
All right. Easy there, big fella.
Mimi, I would be so happy if she just made a nice video for me to jerk off to. She made a nice DVD, high definition, Blu-ray.
Yeah.
Carl from Sling Blade should put your dick in a cardboard box and bury it in the yard. Little feller.
I don't know about that, but it looks big when it's fully erect.
It was a little wiener.
Holy shit.
You want to touch it? Touch it a little bit. Touch it. Just touch it a little bit. Just the tip. Yeah, it's sensitive. Look at that. No? No.
Wow, what's the matter?
What's the matter?
Look at that video. Wow.
I'm not asking you to fight it. Just gently touch it.
I just put,
You know what I mean? Don't put it in the leg lock, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Christina, you know you want it. You know you want it. You're bending over right there for
Oh,
me.
you like that angle, right?
Oh, yeah, that angle. That's a nice shot. She's just waiting for it.
Now she's going to eat
She's
it.
waiting
Please
for
eat it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she wants you
She's
to eat
waiting
it
for
right now, dude.
She's ready. So she says, "Bobo, I like you to meet a guest who's joining us. Her name is Bree Olson. She's gonna join us."
Yeah, Bree Olson's there.
Yeah,
She brings in Bree Walker.
she brings.
Can't even give you a hand job.
She says, "I want you to meet some of my. I know you've. I want you to meet some of the girls you've jacked off to."
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, wow, look at this.
She's
Now
saying,
there's a strap-on
Yeah,
scene.
yeah.
She says, "Is it okay if you and Bree double team me?"
Well, is it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to make sure.
Me and her double team Christina.
Yeah.
Then she says, "Bobo, why don't we double team Bree?" And I say, "Oh yeah, I love to try that." Oh.
Yeah. And then they double team you, don't they?
No.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
She just goes right at it.
Yeah, there.
She goes right at it.
Yeah, look at that.
Like that, Bobo?
Yeah.
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 And then she all of a sudden tries to bring me into a room that replicates this studio.
Yeah. Why?
Why?
No, because she wants to.
D-Rock, what's going on over there?
No, me and her porn film. I'm a radio host.
Stripping?
Oh,
In that
Stripping,
porn
dude.
film, I'm a radio host.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I'm a radio host. Saturday porn film called Saturday Night. She says this is called Saturday Night Virus.
Yeah, yeah. That's good. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Holy shit, guys.
Wow.
There's Bree Olson on the screen for you there, Bobo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Ew. What the fuck?
She's saying, "Oh no,
I think that thing needs a new gasket.
oh, Bobo, Bobo." She's saying, "Oh no, it's Bobo."
It's like spaghetti. It won't break. Look at it.
I don't know what it is.
I know. I saw it, dude.
It's gonna keep.
You don't have to magnify it. I get it. I get it.
D-Rock's putting the camera in everybody's face to show the picture.
Yeah, it's right in front of me, dude. I have it live.
There. We don't need to see it like close up
Yeah.
like that.
Oh my God! Look at it.
All sorts of shit is
She
going on.
is
He hasn't
saying
even
that she
touched
won't
it.
stop.
She won't stop.
I won't stop. I won't stop.
What would happen
She's
if you
saying
touched
that-
it, Bobo?
Yeah, what would happen?
What would happen right now if you just grabbed it and squeezed?
Squeeze it.
What would happen?
No.
What would happen?
I don't know. I want to save it for the big.
What would happen though?
Oh, it would just squeeze right out.
There's two now, guys.
What?
There's two strings. Don't let it cross. You know what happens when they cross. Oh my God! There it is. Bingo. It dropped. It dropped, boys. Wow. There's the second string. Oh my God, it's holding.
Unbelievable.
He hasn't touched
Oh,
himself.
Bobo, look at that video.
Bobo, there you go.
Look at
That's
that video,
for you.
yeah.
Right?
She just won't.
That's what it would look like.
Bobo, that's what it would look like.
Oh yeah, that's what she'd look like. She just wants it. She wants it. She wants it. Come on. She wants it. She wants it. She wants it. She wants it.
She wants it.
She wants it. She won't stop till she get enough.
What are you singing, Michael Jackson songs?
Well, it's probably
Oh,
one of
wow,
the best
look at
disco
that.
songs of the 70s.
All right. Wow. So she wants it.
Yeah, she wants it. She
Mhm.
wants it. She's saying, "You know, you want. I want it."
Or someone wants something. I want my eyes removed from my head. Jesus. And a lobotomy. Do they make lobotomies that can only wipe out the past half hour or 40 minutes of your memory?
Yeah.
Thank God we have the
How you
garbage
doing,
pail
Bubba?
underneath Bobo.
Bobo, you all right?
I'm all right.
Oh, good. You're doing it. You're really doing it.
Bobo, what happens if you just grab it and squeeze? Problem?
Just the tip a little bit, Bobo.
Big problem? What?
Grab it, squeeze it, and yell at it.
Think of Christine. Think of Christine. Think of her.
Think of her.
Think of her naked.
I want to see if you can
Think
get
of those
out.
tits.
I want to
That
see if you can get
ass.
out.
I hope it fucking launches all over Bob. Just destroys your camera. I'm sorry, sir. This has been cummed upon.
Someone fucking mad in New Hampshire writes, "Get a can of air and blow a blast on it."
That's all it would take.
E-Rock, can you blow on it?
Oh, you crazy! Are you out of your mind?
What?
What?
Just one? If someone blew on it, would that be it?
I would need a chick to do that.
No, we're not touching it enough.
Yeah, we're not gonna touch
It's
it.
just-
I would need a hot chick to do that.
Yeah, hot chick.
All right, close your eyes. We got a
I'll
hot
blow
chick.
I'll blow on it.
All right, Bobby Lee will blow on it.
All right?
Oh,
Just
no,
look at me
no.
like I'm Lucy Liu.
You want him to?
I'm Lucy Liu, dude.
You want him to put a wig
Yeah.
on? Bobby's not
I
gonna
can't
touch
get
it.
close, though. I can't get
No,
close.
no, you
No,
can't.
no. He ain't
Yeah,
gonna
dude, how far do I do it?
Holy shit! Now
so
Jenny's
he
trying to
feels
get
it.
me.
Yeah, it's hot.
Bobby Lee is blowing on it.
Look at
Then runs away. It's like
It's like you're lighting a firecracker. He's trying to light a firecracker.
He blows from like 4 feet away and then runs away. You're almost there, Bobby.
No, no,
One
I
more.
need all right.
He's saying he needs a napkin. One more.
Oh, baby. Oh, baby. If that gets on my face, you're dead. Baby, baby. Holy shit.
Oh, look at the video,
I can't do
Bobo.
it again. I can't do it again.
All right.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, Bobby, that's fucking
Holy
funny as
shit.
shit. Bobby Lee's going to be at Caroline's. And he's going to do a great job at Caroline's.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tonight through the weekend, Bobby
Yeah.
Lee?
Get
Tonight.
Christina in here.
Get
Oh,
her.
Jesus.
Yeah, okay. She's gonna leave.
Yeah.
She's gonna leave her job to blow you.
Would you want? Look at the video, Bobo. Would you want that?
Oh yeah.
Well, she could put on those glasses.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
want her to put on glasses. I want her as dressed as a schoolgirl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want her dressed as a schoolgirl.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I want
that's-
her dressed as a schoolgirl.
Yeah. And you're a teacher, right? Role play? You're the
Dressed like a
teacher.
schoolgirl.
She's dressed like a schoolgirl.
People are begging that we go back to political talk. By the way,
Mm-hmm.
They
Yeah.
want us to discuss the
Holy
healthcare
shit.
thing. What about that, Bobo? Right?
Oh, yeah.
It's nice.
Oh, stop licking my cock. She's licking my cock. She's licking it.
Bobby blowing on it and then running away.
I would like to see how much I could catch in a Starbucks cup.
Oh, watch this.
Yeah.
Get me
Watch
a
this.
cup.
Watch this.
Watch this.
Watch this.
Wait,
This
get him a
is what
cup.
it would be
Watch
like. This is what it would be like. Watch.
Look at that.
Get me a cup.
Oh.
Get him a cup.
Yeah, get a cup.
Get him a cup. Get him a cup.
Oh, my
Whatever
God.
that means.
Get him a cup. Get him a full cup of coffee and throw it up.
Why do you need a cup there, Bobo?
I want to see how much I can catch in a cup.
Yeah.
How much I catch in there.
Why are you saving it for later?
Okay, what are you doing? Are you just going to
Wanna
stand
see
there
how
with a
much I
cup
can
under
get
it?
in there.
It's like he's.
What is that?
It's like he's getting maple syrup from a tree in Vermont. He's got a cup under
Holy
his.
shit.
Ouch, my arm.
Danny finds some of the greatest videos of all time.
Leah Love is fantastic.
People are calling Bobby Lee a trooper.
What's the name of this chick?
This is Leah Love.
Leah Love.
Let me show you
yeah.
Anastasia Blue.
Yeah, you want to check out Leah Love? Or?
Oh, yeah, she's a nice one.
Yeah. Oh, my God. That one, too.
Oh, I want her to
oh.
show Christina some tricks.
Yeah? Juggling?
No, I'm talking about some porn. How to do it like a porn star.
Yeah.
Well, how about you just have Christina do it her way?
And make a dick bigger?
Well, I'd like to see her release her inner porn star.
Oh, her inner porn star.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You think she's got an inner porn star there somewhere?
I'd like her to show me how to release my inner porn star. I'd like at least Leah Love to show me something. Show me how to release that inner porn star. Show me how to do
mackerel.
it. Show me how to do it. Show me what I need to do. Oh, show me how. Come on.
Wow.
Show me. Oh my God. You're giving me stuff.
We always have something for you, Bobby.
I
when
know,
you
it's
come
always
on.
something. It's always something.
There's nothing wrong with that, right?
It's great. I love it.
Show me. I wish she could be in here and show me what she'd say. I'm talking about her talking like she's doing it with
He's
me.
talking to himself. It's unbelievable.
I'd like to hear her talking like she's doing it.
Yeah.
Like
What
she's
would she
doing-
be saying?
I don't know what she could say, but I want her to come up with her own lines.
Yeah, but what would it sound? What would it sound like?
Oh, I want it to sound really good.
Do an imitation.
I can't do it. She says, "Oh, Bobo, Bobo."
She would call you Bobo. She wouldn't call your Right. Well, you know.
I like her to scream Danny so loud. Oh, Daniel.
Yeah.
Daniel.
Yeah.
I heard Daniel means very powerful. I heard it's a very strong name. I heard it's a very strong name, first name. I heard it's a very strong first
Well, why are
name.
you pointing it to me, man?
No.
Oh, yeah, don't point it toward me.
I'd want to see what that name really is all about.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God.
It's a monster.
I want to see what it's all
Oh,
about.
Christ.
I want to see what your first name's all about. Show me what it's all about. Show me what it means. I want to see if it really means powerful. 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 Show me. Come on. I could join. I could join.
Oh, my God.
You're gonna get those You're gonna get those pills until they get bigger. Until I'm happy.
Someone wrote Bobo's prostate is pumping like a sprinter's heart.
Holy shit.
Because
Pete from Jersey.
Like a sprinter.
no, actually, it's from Queen. I'm from Queens. I'm from Queens, guys.
Whatever, dude. Whatever.
Holy shit, is that funny?
All right. Let it be known his is in the cup.
Yeah, it's in the cup. I think it's cauliflower penis. You know, wrestlers get on their ears. Yeah.
It
No,
fought in the UFC for a while.
Yeah.
No, it's Hiroshima A-bomb.
All those bumps are for her pleasure.
Yes. Bobo, what would she be saying?
Oh, I'd want her screaming hard.
Yeah?
Screaming.
Like what?
I want her to see. She keeps making me go again.
Again and again?
She wants me to wake up. She wants my dick to wake up sore.
Daddy loves this part. Daddy.
Oh, come on.
Want to spit on it? Should I spit on it?
No. Are you out of your mind?
Let me spit on it.
Are you out of your mind? Are you out of your mind?
Do it? Ready?
Here we go. Here we go.
Oh, boy, that is it. I need a napkin. Get me a napkin.
Finally spit on it.
Holy shit.
Get her a napkin. It's fine. It's fine.
Holy shit.
Bobby, blow on it one more time.
Oh my God.
One more.
I can't even deal, man. I cannot fucking deal.
Bobby is protecting himself with a chair.
Holy
All right,
shit.
Caroline's.
Yeah,
Bobby
this
Lee,
weekend.
yes,
Oh
yeah.
my God.
Oh, my God. Sorry about that, Bobo.
Oh.
Yeah, feels good, though, doesn't it?
Uh-oh, okay.
Uh-oh.
Time to pull up. All right.
All right.
There you go.
I gotta remove it.
Bubba, boss is coming. Pull up your pants. Pull up your pants.
Bobo,
Pull up your pants.
Bobo, the boss is coming.
Pull up your pants.
Bobo, quick.
Quick,
boss
pull
is
up
coming.
your pants.
Bobo, now. Quick, quick. There's going to be trouble.
So, Ant, Obama had a press conference last night about this health care.
He's under a lot of pressure.
He really is. Did you see the...
Now, the Republicans' stance on the whole thing,
Yeah.
Obama's saying that they want him to fail.
Absolutely.
And Obama's saying it's not about him, it's about helping the
less
public.
fortunate.
I don't believe it, though,
No.
to tell you the truth. I think it's going to cost a lot of money.
Nothing
How you
to
doing?
say here, mate.
What's up?
So, we do have...
Yeah.
Okay, he's gone.
That was close.
What's
God
going
damn.
on? I got started sweating for some reason.
Yeah, that spitting was the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen.
Someone needs to say it. No homo.
That was hysterical.
No, that pitting caused it to go down.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh.
What about the blowing? The blowing was good, though, right?
No.
It was all right, right?
No. That would have had to have been her for me to even gone.
Right.
Yeah, we
It would have
understand.
had to been her.
Sure.
Bobby, you could come by tomorrow. We could talk about like real shit.
All right. Thank you guys for having me. Caroline?
absolutely.
This
Yeah,
weekend?
Caroline, yeah, because we're wrapping up now.
All right.
Yeah, how do you top
Bye,
that?
guys.
Yeah,
I mean,
no, you
really.
can keep your headphones on. I'm just saying. I'm just acknowledging you're in the
Well, I
room.
don't know. I don't. You're.
Yeah.
God damn, Danny. The hell did you find there? That's that ass cheek.
Bobo,
video.
you all right?
Yeah. You all right there, Bobo?
I'm all right.
Are you mad at me?
No.
Are you just tired?
I just can't feel my legs. Damn it.
He looks exhausted.
I can't feel my legs, damn it.
Oh, take a nap, Bobo.
No,
Yeah,
I don't think so. That
Sleep
that
it
would be a
off.
funny bit. Me falling asleep at the studio.
That's a funny
That's
bit,
funny.
all right.
Yeah, it's really funny.
Yeah, that's a good topper.
Well, thanks for having me on, guys.
Well,
it was wonderful.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Listen,
you-
that'd be hilarious. A drunken East Side Dave waking me up.
Yeah, that'd be unbelievable.
You could both
I'm
compare
sure Ronnie
tiny
would
dicks.
appreciate that. Did you just lay there
Oh, I
until
think
Ronnie
East
comes
Side
in?
Dave probably is smaller.
Smaller dick than you?
Well, I don't know, but somehow he managed to get his wife pregnant twice.
Yeah, so you know what that means.
They're saying the no homo was too late. Too late, Opster. You've got a man spitting on another man's cock. The no homo. Shit.
What,
But that's not gay. Is that gay? Is that gay?
That's fine. How many cocks do we
Yeah.
all spit on in our lives?
It's almost as like I hated it. It wasn't a sexual. It was like I hate
like
you.
to fall asleep
Yeah.
and then wake up and I'm noticing I'm halfway into the run at Fez.
Looks like he has low blood sugar
And I have
right
no
now.
idea
Look at
who
him.
the heck will wake me up.
You all right?
I'd want it to be random. And me try to guess who wakes me up. I'm talking about being
So
blindfolded.
what do you want? You want guys to just put ball bags in your face and you guess which ball bag it is?
No.
All right, we could get that done.
No, don't do that.
I'll make sure Ron and Fez know.
No, don't do that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't fall asleep then ever.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Whoa.
Yeah. All right, so Bobby Lee's at Caroline starting tonight. He's going to come back tomorrow. We're going to talk
Yeah.
real shit. And I think we're done, Ant.
Yeah, I think we are. Wow, that's a good picture.
Bobby's going
Yeah.
for the exit.
He's going for the quick exit.
What did I have to get operated on? That's my cock talking. What I had to get operated on? What I had to have urinary problems. Damn it! I wanted
my
to be
God.
bigger. I wanted to be 10 inches.
Oh,
I wanted to make the Iron Sheik jealous.
Anthony Jimmy's at the Punchline in Atlanta starting tonight. I know there's a 10 o'clock show tonight and then regular shows, I believe, Friday and Saturday. So we'll leave with Jimmy's fishing little bit that the boys put together.
I like that.
And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks,
Yep.
Bobo.
Later, man.